Sayo, Sorry, I moved my mic while talking. All right, we are going to start without wasting much time. Welcome back again. Please, as you join us, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. I know some of you are not here, some are here. That I don't want to waste much time. All right, I can only focus on the minutes of the time that you spend before I start the program. So this is 7 minutes, going to 8 minutes. It should be the right time to start the program. And I have Sunday. Christopher, you are the first to make comment here. Happy weekend to you. Nice to have you. And you said again, Mazekai, may God continue to bless you for always standing by the truth. You are doing very good work. I really appreciate. I am humbled. Thank you so much. Thank you for that, and I really appreciate.
Place against Biafra for no reason. We've done nothing wrong to anyone. But you despise us and you hate us. You want us to die because God gave us oil and gas. You want to take over our land. It's not going to happen. And we're not apologizing or begging anybody to please read this letter. They are raping our women. They raped our women. Did you do anything about it? They went to the UK High Commissioner. They were telling them, oh, we can't do anything about it. Rape victims. But you're doing something about defending Fulani. You are defending Fulani. But rape victims in front of you cannot defend them. And you're neutral. And you want Nigeria to continue. So you want me to stay in a Nigeria where my women will be raped every day. Nobody will do anything about it. And I'll be clapping for you. One Nigeria, I'll be clapping for you. Check it out, mad people everywhere. People are insane. You want me to stay in a country where the Fulani police and soldiers can come and take our women, rape them anyhow they like.
You're welcome, Joshua.
Even before they release them, they charge us. Do you know how much we have spent?
And bless you too. Thank you.
We have spent nearly 9 million naira to secure the release of people who were abducted and raped. Victims of state crime. Britain didn't say anything. UN never uttered a word. EU nothing. US nothing. And you want me to be in that country? I think some people are mad. Very, very insane indeed. If you do not believe in what we are doing, then you better get out. We're not going to stop. God knows we can never stop until Biafra is restored. We are peace-loving people. We abhor death and killing of another soul. It's in our nature, that's how we are. But because of that, they have been coming and killing us all these years. We've kept quiet. They've been killing and killing and killing quiet. We have a case at the ICC. We have a case at Africa Union. We have a case at, what else again? Pending before the UN in New York. We've been to Geneva to tender our case. Before UN, till today, nothing. In fact, the more we complain to them, the more they come to abduct and rape our children, the more they come to kill us, the more they want to take over our land and our forests. And who told them that's going to be possible in our time? In a movement that I lead, you think you can come into our land and take it over? Oh dear. That means you don't know who we are. 30 pastors arrested for doing nothing. Have you heard about any imams being arrested in the north? No. Do you want me to stay in one Nigeria with you after this level of injustice? Is that what you think? No, it is not going to happen. Not now, not tomorrow. There are two things plaguing them in the zoo: lies and deceit. If not for the coming of IPOB, of Radio Biafra, all of you would have lived and died in the ignorance that Ojukwu caused a war. That's what they were writing. Britain helped them to write it. Ojukwu was a rebel, a secessionist, because we had no media. That is why they're paying Facebook billions upon billions of US dollars to stop this truth from coming out. Did Ojukwu cause any war? Gowon is alive, go and ask him. Did Ojukwu cause any war? Ojukwu went and negotiated restructuring with you in Aburi. You came back, Britain told you not to agree because Britain realized that all the component units of Britain knows that if you go back to regionalism, you will have economic growth. The country will do very well. But Britain doesn't want it. That was why they even instigated the Nzogbu coup, so-called Nzogbu coup, saying they will bring Awolowo to become the head of state. They knew what was going to happen.
You're welcome.
They wanted to truncate the economic miracle of Dr. Michael. But what I'm telling you are fast. Go and investigate for yourself.
I see you.
In the East, you had the fastest growing economy in the whole world, over 40% every year. In the West, Awolowo was performing his own miracle as well. Even in the North, Ahmadu Bello and Tafawa Balewa were doing very well. You had all those massive industries in the North. You even had Alamajiris that were employed in the North, meaningfully employed, gainfully employed. They were all doing very well. Britain said, no, for us to control these people, we need to impoverish them. Let us introduce this war. There was a coup by Nzogbu. And after that, there was the massacre of, as usual, massacre of our people in the North. Ojukwu said, I have to secure my land and my people. They said, no, let's go to Aburi to discuss it. Ojukwu went to Aburi and agreed restructuring. That's something now you're asking for. To tell you how foolish Nigerians are. They're very foolish. That same nonsense you're asking for now was discussed many years ago. Ojukwu sat down in Aburi with Gowon and decided that regionalism was the best way forward. Restructuring, going back to who you were, 1963 Constitution, 1963 Constitution. Be on your own and pay tax to the central government, as they have in America, as they have even in Britain. Britain, you have Scotland that is almost independent. Wales, the same thing. Everybody is free. But Britain doesn't want the same thing they're enjoying to happen in Nigeria. Why? Ask yourself that question. Anybody telling you about one Nigeria is your enemy. I'll prove it to you now. Ojukwu negotiated devolution, regionalism. The North will be on their own, the West on their own, even Middle Belt on their, Midwest on their own, and then the East on their own. It's the same one Nigeria. On their way to the airport, before they boarded the aircraft, a call came from Lagos, from the British High Commissioner in Lagos to Gowon, telling Gowon not to agree, after having signed the agreement. That same Gowon you're looking at today, God kept me alive so that he can witness the destruction he will bring upon that very zoo called Nigeria. Gowon said no. Do you know all the journalists in Nigeria, none of them have ever gone to Gowon to ask him, why did you say no to Aburi? Aburi was restructuring. None of those agitating for restructuring right now has ever gone to Nigeria to say, but Ojukwu negotiated restructuring. What happened? They came back and they said, no. Ojukwu said, okay, so you want to continue to kill my people all over the place? No. Because of that, I'll declare Biafra. Today, they have brainwashed all of you with the perverse notion and thinking that somehow Ojukwu is responsible for causing a war, when opposite is the case. If not now, that after many years of hammering on this very topic, it has now sunk into the skull of the people that Gowon was the aggressor, not Ojukwu. That's how Nigeria is, always blaming the victim. And we lost over 5 million people during that very genocidal war. They killed over 5 million Biafrans. They wanted to wipe us away from the face of this very earth. But we survived it, and we are here today. Those they gave birth to, they have come. And this time with a wrath that you cannot even...
I greet you. Happy Sunday to you. Now, I decided to start with this video because of what we are here to discuss. Many of you have seen the video that I uploaded here a couple of hours ago about that video that has to do with what Iken Guru said, and the people that have been, arrested, the governors, and the insecurity, the attack and the inhuman treatment going on. Many of you have watched that video. To be honest with you, I felt so bad about the whole thing. The reason is not because, it's not that I'm surprised that people will be captured and thrown into unknown location, but the fact is the manner in which they are doing these things is what baffles me. The circumstances that surround it, like people who are Igbos, working very hard than Fulani to hand over Igbo land to Fulani. When you talk about these things, some people think that you are just trying to create fear. You are not being truthful. You are chasing cloud. You are manipulating people and what have you. But if you are an Igbo person, I'm not saying you should just believe me. There are so many avenues by which you can verify what is going on your own. Some of them are free, some are payable, like you have to pay to research deeply. But even if you don't have time to research, you can apply common sense, right? Forget about Biafra now. Let's just forget about agitation. In normal circumstance, looking at what is going on in Nigeria, for example, after going through it or watching what is going on, what do you think will be your reaction towards that? A situation whereby people are ransacking villages, buying people because of their faith, because of their belief. All right? This now has to do with economic issue. It is an ideology. And this ideology has happened to so many places in this part of the world, or in other parts of the world. It has happened so many places, and we have seen the outcome of the event in those areas. A country like Turkey used to be a Christian country and was conquered and converted to Islamic country. A country like Lebanon, the same thing happened there, and they took over. A country like Malaysia, it happened there. They conquered and take over. And a country like Syria used to be a Christian country, converted and conquered. So many places, so many countries have experienced this kind of pattern. And the thing is now happening in Nigeria. As a Nigerian, you want to be, right? And this kind of thing is going on, and people doing it are those in the government. To tell you that it's a system, a systematic plan to get it done like so many other countries. All you need to do as a human being, your reaction should be This thing that that is going on now, has it happened to other places? And what is the best way to approach it? Is it by election, by pretense, or is it by revolution? What do you think that you have to do now to free yourself, for you not to be like those countries like Iraq, Iran, Afghan? You know, if you don't answer this question and you are just living by thank God for a new day, I am alive, we'll move on. No plan, no strategy, nothing. People that are dragging things with you have a strategy, have a template that have worked before. It's not as if they're trying to experiment anything. This template has been working to so many places. They are just copying that and playing it before you, and you don't want to understand something. You don't want to see anything there. Now, some foolish people who claim to be Igbo people, they are constantly going after countering people that are trying to open your eyes for you to see this thing. Okay, even if you don't believe the one that happened elsewhere, how about Kwara State? Have you asked yourself, how did the Fulani become, how did they even penetrate Kwara State? How did they conquer Kwara State? Because if I talk about Hausa Fulani, you may not understand it. The template they're following has worked for ages, and they're not adding anything new. They're just using the same system, the same tactics to invade your home and to take you off. You don't believe it? You don't believe it's going to happen? All right, let's continue. I believe you listen to what Massimo Magano said here, how things has been all this while. When you hear about Fulani and the agenda, what comes to your mind? When you hear about jihad, what comes to your mind? Takia, the pattern of what is Takia? What is it all about? These are things you need to begin to find out. It's not about by choice. It is something that you must do. Just like when you have something like outbreak, like virus or something like that, all right, and they started, people will be telling you, okay, you have to boil water. Like, you remember the time they said that you have to boil egg before you eat egg, bed something. I don't want to say it because of the bed something. There was a time that for you to eat chicken in Nigeria, you have to cook it very well. People were afraid. In fact, price of egg and chicken actually dropped very, very well. So people don't want to eat chicken anymore. There was a time of bushmeat, ebo something. You remember, ebo. You understand? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, because if I mention the full name, the way platform we so I have to remind you, when you have this kind of outbreak, what you need to do is to ask questions. What must I do? What is the best way to live in this condition, in this situation? You have to ask those questions and know what you have to do and what you must not do. Do you understand? You have to wash your hand. You have to keep your environment clean. You have to use sanitizer at all time. You have to always wash your clothes when you go out. Social distance is encouraged. These are things people talk about whenever you have outbreak or something like, there's a word for that, when you have a global issue. All right. Now, the same thing is what you're supposed to do now based on what is going on in Nigeria. Two things are there. One is ethnic cleansing, genocide. Another one is conquest, to deep Quran in the Atlantic Ocean, which means by fire, by force, I want to take your land. So they're actually using multidimensional approach to eradicate you and take you off. And the easiest way to take you off is to go to your taproot, which some of you believe that government is your taproot, and government have been conquered without you letting you know. That's the same way that, like, this oya na-akpọ oya mewu, oya ọ na-aga, the first place on the attack about that now, your immune system. That is the taproot of your life, your immune system, because that your immune system is kind of your defense, your body defense. Get protected to avoid other external virus, other easily. Reason those attack made that your immune system attack to weaken your organ and open door for many other things to penetrate and hurt you very, very bad. Now, when you have that kind of thing, what do you do to help your immune system? That is the situation where our people are now. But some of us are still playing shameless politics. And when we engage them in argument, they'll begin to speak vocabulary to tell you that I know how to speak English. I'm actually educated. Okay? This is the annoying part of it, because some of us don't understand what is playing out. A lot is going on as I'm talking to you now. I'm not saying it to create fear in you, but I'm saying it because I'm actually worried. I'm worried for many reasons. I'm worried. I don't need to come here and start pretending to you that, oh, yeah, all is well. There are a lot of things going on that is called for questioning, and people need to step up and do the needful. Because at the end of the day, the only way, which many of you are not actually keen into that way, is USB government declared. You are not keen into help Ogorabeza. You are not keen into help FAMD. Neither are you doing that to help anybody. It is for your own safety. There's a video. The moment I click go live to start this live program, I stumble on a video rather, of a young man. Okay, you know this thing they call digger. Okay, that has two arrows this way, back and forward. The other one they can go because na pure African pussy. Eji guan and all cut. Or eji green. Those of you that grew up in village, you know what I'm talking about. Digger. Hey God. Now listen though. Candy Fulani a man from Benue State. Ya di no nana. Obune that dig and ichi guan. We dig gas the person. My this digger nazu. Just pierce the back or penetrate to front. The guy in a pretty digger name on. You can see the vibration, like the movement of his heart through that digger on his body. I don't know if I phenomenon in Nigeria. There's another video of them naming Madanandu. And naming Madanandu on a make it as I'm talking to you. Now, this thing happened to some other places. And to tell you that how stupid our people are, we are seeing those things. We turn our eyes, still keep on making arguments. How can you be in prison? You are giving order to people outside. How can you be in Sokoto? You cannot lead us like that. We are the what they call them? The DOS. Yeah, not DSS. DOS. We are a grown-up man. We are able men. Listen, you have right to do whatever you want to do, but the one that breaks my heart, like the one that pains me a lot, is that peradventure, if something actually happened, like after creating this awareness and people ignored it and something bad happened, when you search for them, you won't see them. Do you hear me now? They always find their voice when everywhere is peaceful. Everywhere. If there's anything now that happened, you will not hear that voice. You can't get about them because that is the time to ask them questions, but you won't see them. Because they all have hideouts. When something happened that warrant them to come and show us your ability as a grown-up man, you claim you are. Me and you know that there's no other Igbo man. It will be a miracle. There's no other Igbo man that will enjoy what Masgana has enjoyed, or take what Masgana is taking, or pass through what Masgana is passing through. Yet Igbo people are gathering up against him and even profiling him, labeling him names, reason best known to them, just to achieve what I don't know. And the people that are this man have been warning you for years are actually coming. It's no longer a rumor. It's no longer a prophecy or a prediction. It is playing before you. Can see it, you can touch it, you can hear it. It is all over the place. Our people are still going to market to buy food by grace of God, not because anybody is actually doing something about it. Those who want to do something about it are not even financially not buoyant enough to do it. Those who are doing it, who want to protect, are actually facing more deadly attack within. Deadly attack. A governor that cannot give order to arrest a Fulani man. Now, let me ask you, show me any clip, any video of a Fulani person facing trial in any court in the eastern part for committing any crime in farmland in the whole eastern region. I don't want to say you talk about the whole Nigeria. Mention one Fulani person that is going. I'm not saying that being paid. I'm saying that the state governor arrested the person, put him in jail, or try him in a court. Have you seen anyone? I'm just asking. No. Since the formation of a Bible, you can't see any video, be it a short 1 minute video of a Bible capturing any Fulani person, and that Fulani person is facing any trial. You won't see that. The same thing applicable to Udo Gachi, their code. The list go on and on. Few months ago, Peter Mba formed Forest Guard. And that Forest Guard, the moment they formed it, the more he formed it, the more the Fulani attack intensified in Enugu State. What does that tell you? Is there anybody facing any trial? The answer is no. Before the arrest of PM Samonekpa, there was a news that a police officer in Enugu State, whether by accidentally discharge or trigger happy police, you know how they normally do, shot at one Ogene musician called Iboja. They shot at the guy for no just reason. The guy died, right? It was PM Samonekpa that gave an order that made the Enugu State government to even trace or investigate that issue, that the so-called police that committed that crime was arrested, and we saw him, the picture appeared and everything. Because PM was pushing all these politicians to step up and do their job. That man, the moment PM was taken away, that case died like nobody. Are you hearing this case again? You remember that police officer they paraded him that with that time after buying Iboja? What about the case? Are you hearing the case anymore? That's how it's no. Even though they say the man is an Igbo man, it doesn't matter where he come from. But the thing is that they don't do anything to prove. The reason why they paraded that man publicly, show his face, is because the order from Biafran government in exile, Biafran Prime Minister then, was that if you don't do it, we are going to visit Enugu State, and you will know that we are coming. Out of panic, government of Enugu State, for once, did something that no governor have done since the era of this democracy. No governor have done that. Publicly displayed a picture or a video of the man that committed that crime. They normally cover the face, put the case file under the table, and that is exactly what they have done in PM's absence. Today we are now seeing videos of different people, mostly people in abroad. Some of them are in abroad, a few of them in Nigeria, interrogating those that are trying to stop this kind of thing. We can see what is going on in Benue State. Ask any Benue man how market. Conduct any random interview there now. Do you want Nigeria to break up, or you still want Nigeria to be one the way it is? Hear what they will tell you. Hear what they will tell you. The annoying part is that Igbo people in abroad, me and you, most of us, even though you claim you are in support of the USB government, then anytime they say, okay, we need to buy Panadol for people that are being tortured by Ebubago or Udo Gachi, help the youth, help those guys, vulnerable people that are being led by one or two things, give them life again, to avoid being, because the agenda is very simple. The more they are conquering you, using your people against you, the more they'll keep on bringing stories that will make you and your people look so weak and so bad in the eyes of even your helper. People begin to see you that you are a crime committer. Nobody want to get involved in what you are talking about, and they will do everything to put fear in the minds of those that are supposed to, that would have done something to help this issue. You that's in abroad, when it comes to contribution or anything at all, you begin to donate $2, $3, $5. I'm not in your boss, but as na why I can't talk about there. But you need to understand the situation. No? You need to pay attention so that the more you are doing your, some of them are even paying tithes of paying tithe. I'm not against you paying tithe, but the thing is that I cannot accept that your son is facing, you are looking for money to for a surgery to be carried out on your child, and you chose to donate money, paying tithe, whereas you are looking for money to food the bill of your own sick child. It doesn't make sense to me. Personally, it doesn't make sense to me. I am not saying you should not be that spiritual being. You can, but it makes it to make sense sometimes. Balance the situation, balance the circumstances, because the more you're overlooking those things, the more it's eating you up, and you may end up like Yoruba people. What do I mean by that? You're just living at the mercy of your enemy. Politicians is politicians. You are waiting for people that buy people to win election, that used to this kind of thing. They were normally under normal circumstances, they buy people to do food for protection and all that. Is that the person that you are looking to? You are waiting for them to bring humanitarian help to you. Really? You must be a joker. Even the politicians will be like, I thought these people know what you can do. Oh, are they this stupid? They'll be thinking like that. I would like you to hear what Gowon said. Okay? Before we move forward, pay attention.
Ojukwu, the East, felt that the famine, they have no further stake in the country. They decided they wanted to break away from the country. Now, that was really what brought about the civil war. And of course, I said, as a soldier, I'm supposed to defend my nation. And now, as a head of state, I cannot allow the nation to break up. Like Winston Churchill said that he was not made prime minister to preside over the dissolution of the empire when India was wanted to become independent. So that was the point, and I decided that we should not, I should not allow Nigeria to break away. We will not allow any part to secede. Now, of course, Ojukwu wanted, if he succeeded, yes, with the oil, the major oil is in his own part of the country at that time, is in the eastern part of the country. Yes, in fact, he would be independent, he would be financially robust, and then who knows, he might probably go even beyond that to start reconquering the rest of the country so that he can be the president of the country. So,
okay. I understand that when this man talk, when he speak, I don't know about you, but I believe many people feel the same way. You struggle to understand his English because the way he speak sometimes is confusing. But I'm gonna play it again so that maybe if you don't grab it, first one, maybe the second one will help you out.
Ojukwu, the East, felt that the famine, they have no, because of what has happened, they have no further stake in the country. They decided they wanted to break away from the country. Now, that was really what brought about the civil war. And of course, I said, as a soldier, I'm supposed to defend my nation. And now, as a head of state, I cannot allow the nation to break up. Like Winston Churchill said that he was not made prime minister to preside over the dissolution of the empire when India was wanted to become independent. So that was the point, and I decided that we should not, I should not allow Nigeria to break away. We will not allow any part to secede. Now, of course, Ojukwu wanted, if he succeeded, yes, with the oil, the major oil is in his own part of the country at that time, is in the eastern part of the country. Yes, in fact, he would be independent, he would be financially robust, and then who knows, he might probably go even beyond that to start reconquering the rest of the country so that he can be the president of the country.
All right. His argument is that the oil is in the east. How can we let these people go? They will have much money. If case not taken, they will start conquering the rest of the country and all that nonsense. It's just like if any different neighbor in the good that now. Or it's just a big guy, it's just a big guy that do like I get it on land. It's just a big guy, this like I get this and it better. If that kind of thing, better again. Now your nails. This is just another way to navigate, to run away from the truth. Before the so-called Abri Accord and everything that was programmed, you are buying people like never before. And Ojukwu did not even ask for, independence, like to break out from Nigeria. That was not the agreement. The agreement was regionalism. But this man did not understand that grammar. That is all. That is just the fact. Even if he understood it, instruction came to him by telling him not to further it because of the interest of the owner of the country, people that formed the country in the first place. That that created the country and handed over the key and everything about the country to Fulani because they would be so easy to manipulate. And that is why we are where we are today. Now, remember, if not that they acquired the Igbo quantum, after the coup and all that, in name of counter coup, because nobody's even talking about the counter coup. They always tell you about the coup, but they have countered it. Just like I slap you, slap me, you give me 2 slaps. Yet you are still angry that I slap you for one, that I raised that slap on you first. But you have already reiterated. You have already slapped me 2 times in retaliation to the word that I slap you. Yet you are still angry about me. Why that I slap you first? All these things is just a way, kind of wasting time. He is still alive, and his village now is how you go and verify his own community now, how market. Now, this history of war, blaming game that comes with it, is not a small thing, no. Because even today, some people are still blaming, Igbo people and saying all manner of nonsensical things just to back up their own claim, their lies. I would like to introduce to you another video from Udele. Okay? This video from Udele made this. I've told you, from his interview. And there's a picture that if you have time, I will share that picture with you. Yamaba is now have traveled to northern part to register his register his name as one of the problem of Ndibo. Because I told you, as long as he keep on bringing, people with controversial character, to his platform, that this guy is in for a very, because I don't know how much he's making from that. They are looking for federal cash, federal money. Okay, and that's what they're using, and that's what they're doing. Yet they're using that to sustain their life. Now, hear what Udele said here. I have other ones to share with you as well, but let's be taking it one by one. Okay, Udele said something here.
It's rubbish.
That Biafra thing now.
Okay.
Oh, that Biafra and because now Neyenji say rubbish the foundation here. Under Guiron's as head of state, Ojukwu arrested Isaac Adakaburu for daring to declare Republic of Niger Delta. The same you, after Guiron's was killed, you started contesting what you did not contest under Ironsi, which is decentralized power. Why didn't you call for it under Ironsi? Then you think people will not find it hypocritical. When nobody gave you the attention, you went and declared the same thing Isaac Adakaboro declared. What were you expecting? Are you understanding now? And this is somebody that is aware of how the military structure works. We are not under a democratic government. It was a military government. You should know better. You should know better not to dare that thing. At the end of the day, you started running even when it was obvious that you didn't have the resources to prosecute the war. The night of that coup, Ojukwu did not participate, but he was one of the biggest beneficiaries of 1966 coup. Yes, he was in Kano. He did not take his boys to Kaduna to confront Nzogu. And Agi Ironsi brought you back after the coup and made you Milad, military administrator of then Eastern region. Are you understanding me now? Then the people that actually work, Emmanuel Ifajuna, this is a frontline soldier. A nice soldier, an intelligent man. Have you seen any of his clips where he was speaking in an interview? Listen to Emmanuel Ifajuna, see that this guy is a sharp guy. Mentally, he's strong. Physically, he was an athlete. He won gold.
Olympics.
And the same person, Commonwealth Games. And the
the
same person told you that you didn't have the resources and you can't handle this. Wanted to stop the war in 1967. And wanted you to surrender and run. In fact, he even offered to surrender the flag himself, knowing that he was the one that shot the PM dead. And they were going to kill him. He was willing to sacrifice himself. You arrested him, killed him. And almost 3 years later, you did the same thing he wanted you to do 3 years ago after millions have died. What story did they give us about Ifajuna? Coward.
Sabotage.
When the saboteur. When the real coward was Ojukwu.
No. My brother Ijele. The Almighty God, our ancestors, will continue to bless you. It is very hard to find people like you in the Southeast. Very few. Me, that always have interest when it comes to this kind of matter. It is not because of the hate, not the hate that drives us. It's like, can't you see that this thing is clear? It is clear. Can't you see that? Those, your fathers, who drag you into this senseless 1966 war, they are your problem. They organized that coup.
This is Lebino and Fulani clapping for you each time you make this kind of comment. Know that you are in for a long journey. You are just a student, you're a bad student of history. The thing is that Lebino guy that is talking here, let me just talk about him before I now go to Udelan, his own senseless comment there. One thing they need to understand is that the Lebino people, this guy that is saying this is his own history, Bini, Edo people, they claim that the Enugu State, Anambra, Imo, Abia, Ebonyi, River State, Delta State belong to them. That their forefather, that in Nsukka, that border with the Benue, belong to Lebino people. These are the people who actually, they were so much in slave trade those days. They ventured into that one with food, like that's what they're known for. Until today, they are still looking at Anyama people, Igwere people, all these people in the Delta State, Delta North, all right, Ibanke and all that. They are still looking at them as their what they call servants. Okay, they are still looking at them. They believe that Igbo people are nothing because they purchased some of them. That's their belief. There's some video that if I begin to play it now, it may change the program. But I just want you to understand the mindset is different. So the hatred they have on Igbo people is, we thought to have conquered people because they see Igbo people as weak based on the fact that our people were managed to do this kind of stupid trade and all that in those days and all that. They still have that kind of mind of superiority. And don't forget, their extension, Bini as a whole was actually from part of Yoruba. They formed, there's nothing like Bini and the ancient days. But due to Yoruba people, due their minds, the way they want to conquer every part, Yoruba people having this history of taking people's land. They are just like what Fulani is doing now. They did it in the past, but in a different way. They will fight war, this and that. People surrender, they claim the land. That is why in Yoruba land, you see here, southwest, there are not actually one. There are so many minorities like we have in southeast. But they have conquered all of them and turned them to Yoruba. That the Jebu people today are not shouting, we are not Yoruba. I played that video sometime here ago. I played that video. Those of you that follow me here, I believe you watched that video. I think I still have that video somewhere here. Okay, where a Yoruba wood lady was explaining that they have the history of that. We don't have. There's no land, no minority group, no matter how small you are, that have lost their identity because people invaded their land and conquered them. We don't have any in Southeast. No. We always allow you to be yourself, be on your territory, and strive. We don't invade any home. It is in our history. There is no other people that have done that apart from Igbos and Hausas. I start to be corrected on Hausa own, but I am sure Fulani that is what they do. They conquer people and take their land by fire, by force. Igbos don't. It is in our history, and nobody is giving us that respect. That other minority group, other minority tribe, still have their language, their culture, even though they are very close to us, but they still have everything. Igbo people did not invade them and force their culture and their language on them. No, not at all. Yoruba did. They keep on creating empire from empire to empire and all that, taking people's land and all that. They stopped because people begin to push them back. Fulani they have more, they have access to resist this kind of thing than Yoruba. Yoruba couldn't do that. Once we push them, they will fumble. But other people, Igbos don't engage on that kind of thing at all. I'm actually looking for that video. I would have just loved to play it, but I did not prepare to play it here. I played it before here on this. Okay, let me continue. Why? Maybe I will, because I have so many videos here. Okay, I have so many videos here, so I may not be able to dictate it now, but let's continue. Now, this 11 guy, you are jubilating, you are celebrating. Oh, Igbos, you love to do because you know that this guy is a bad student of the history. He don't know anything what he's saying, because Ojukwu you are talking about did not just wake up and say, "Oh, I want to declare Biafra." Something happened. He ignored that part. He don't want to tell you what happened that lead Ojukwu to say what he said. And the issue of regionalism is structure. You talked about Aguiros. Aguiros served Nigeria for how long? How long did he last in that seat? Aguiros that entered after Coup. How long did he last? Then due to counter Coup, they buy him. Now they said Ojukwu was in the Kaduna, in the north when the coup happened. Why don't you tell us who stopped the coup? It was Igbo that actually stopped the coup. Nobody was telling you this because some of them think that those boys that carried out the coup 1967, that they wanted to stop. The coup was still on. They stopped because somebody actually, challenged them. Who was those that challenged to stop the coup? It was Igbo soldiers. Yet they ignored that part. As long as it will help them to push this agenda of Igbo coup. It was Igbo soldiers that stopped the coup. They are the one that step up and begin to do something about it. To stop it. How can you stop what you started? Like you want to carry out coup. This is Igbo coup. But the Igbo soldiers are actually the one. This guy don't want to tell you why the coup. Because the coup took place based on this manipulation from Fulani. In case if you don't know, the same thing that's going on, favoring their people, which Buhari gained a lot from that. Because it was due to that coup that Buhari, joined the army without even going to military school and all that. You know what that means. In fact, let me play you this video of this our brother in the past.
We want to be separated from Nigeria. Zik supported Biafra. It was because of Zik.
I am trying to drag it forward to get to the part because I don't plan to play this video here, but I want to play the part
that became prime minister because Britain wanted it like that. Britain said that the Igbos are uncontrollable. Why? They cannot make it a legal document. Once you make this slide, they're telling you, Igbo coup. He discovered that the Northerners are more in rank and file in military.
Let's start from here.
They cannot make it a legal document. Once you make this slide, they're telling you, Igbo coup, Igbo killed this, Igbo did this, Igbo did this, Igbo did this. This is what Biafra. They can't tell the true story of the Biafra war. The day they make it a curriculum, do you know what's going to happen? People go to court. So they have to remove it from educational system and now allow the lie in media level and the propaganda to shrink. That one is better for their politics against Igbo. Now let me tell you what happened. As soon as Tafawa Balewa took over as Prime Minister of Nigeria in 19, even though they didn't win the election, then Zik scored 2.4 million votes. MPC scored 1.9 million votes. Yet Zik.
This is the genesis of the story that he is trying to talk from the surface. Hear this story very well. Hear this part, please.
Was not the head of the Prime Minister. Tafawa Balewa ordered the principal of King's College. It has never happened in Nigerian history. King's College is an elite school for the best or the brightest of the kids. He ordered the principal of King's College that the man should reserve 10 positions for Northerners without writing entrance exam. That way it started, though, so they can know what is happening. By the time he came down to the same time, he discovered that the Northerners are more in rank and file in military. They don't have any senior commission officers. Very few of them. And those few of them are Christians Northern Christians who went to mission school. They don't have.
Like Gowon, a Northerner, but he's a Christian. So Fulani or Muslim are not actually, in the military as of that at that time. They are just few. But Tafawa Balewa is a Fulani man, a Muslim. So when he was looking for a way to, because this jihad had been there in their mind. He was looking for their own. For him to plan his own, they have to go through school. And the brain had one. He got so he tried, and he actually did. Hear the story because that is where the grievance of those soldiers started. So anybody tell me Igbo soldier, Igbo coup, what was Igbo people start to gain from that thing? What mention one thing that Igbo people would have at least achieved from that coup? They will not tell you. But today, is telling you stories that he cannot even explain. What you don't know. Margaret, I see you. Nice to see you. And many of you on the comments, please, if I did not mention your name, don't feel bad. I'm trying to follow this program the way I want so that I will not miss any line. Okay?
Do you know what this guy did? He packed people who don't have school cert, who have never written school cert, they packed them from the north.
That is when Buhari joined.
Pack them. They don't have any work. They have never written work.
They don't have any work. They have never written work. And that is why people started asking Buhari, where is your certificate? Oh, where is the certificate? Because that is the genesis. In case you are doubting this story, during the Buhari era, people were asking him his school cert. No schoolmate, no classmate, nothing, no old boys meeting, old boys association. He's because Ahmadu Bello was the one that packed them like this. Our brother said, stated here. na kwe get kuche get there well because imija mo fit do dele cheno yeso ga na go na kwe get.
Buhari is among them.
Okay.
He took them to Canada. They rejected them in Defense Academy. They said they are not trainable. He took them to Britain. They rejected them in British Defense Academy. He took them to India. They rejected them. You know what he did? He called in their military relationship. They said, please train these people for 6 months for me. He trained.
Are you following? He packed northern children, young boys from the north, and he was so eager to make sure they recruit them in army. The same thing they are doing now with the Boko Haram members. Recruit them. They just always want to have their boys in army. The reason is because so they will not have enough full soldiers to command and control under the umbrella of one Nigeria. And he started doing this in them. Then Igbo soldiers and other soldiers from other tribes they were like, how can we born candle studying in Queen's College then? For us to have what it is to be recruited in army. And after passing through all those things, after spending time, after trying to doing our best to meet up the criteria, what is needed for you to be enlisted as Nigerian army. Ahmadu Bello was busy trying to do cut and join, and he did. He packed them to Canada for them to train them. They said they are not trainable. Maybe that you have left, right, in a match pass. Equal left, Hana to right. Equal about on half a move. Now we try to I believe I get on handed the staff each way. No, I think controls number. These people are not trainable. In Canada, those days, they couldn't train them. Then they packed them to Britain for them to be trained. Or not possible. I'm going to pack them to India. And your former president was among. He packed them to India. These 3 different countries. Push them back because they are not trainable. Then what did he do? He now begged the officers, British officers in Nigeria, training, maybe those that passed through school, to train them 6 months, meaning that they have bypassed all the years of studying in Queen's College and everything, and they gave them uniform to wear and give them rank in army. Why did the other officers that passed through school are still there without any rank? That is where the anger started. The issue, what triggered the coup. That's one of the reasons. I'm going to take it back a little bit. Pay attention.
They pack them from the north. Pack them. They don't have any work. They have no anything work. Buhari is among them. He took them to Canada. They rejected them in Defense Academy. They said they are not trainable. He took them to Britain. They rejected them in British Defense Academy. He took them to India. They rejected them. You know what he did? He called in their military relationship. They said, please train these people for 6 months for me. He trained them and brought them back to Nigeria and commissioned them second lieutenant. People that don't have WAEC.
Are you following now? Somebody say even Russia. They send them to even Russia. They are not trainable. Because even that used to be trainable human being.
It has never happened in Nigerian history.
Okay.
Throughout the time of colonial period, you never had people who were commissioned without WAEC, who never went to Defense Academy.
Okay.
Buhari, you people call Messiah. Yeah. He was among the people.
Okay.
They were commissioned without school start. This guy went and told them to train them in 6 months.
Now, if you get school started, Buhari no. Makani na certificate. Only no he open. Only through this 6 months training now we ended up as a general.
I brought them back to Nigeria and commissioned all of them second lieutenant. Whereas we have Nigerians who were admitted in India Defense Academy, Nigerians admitted in Canada Defense Academy, Nigeria admitted in British Defense Academy. They are still in their second year. Somebody who don't have school cert became second lieutenant. Why he is still in second year in Defense Academy? Tell me why there should be happiness in the military. He did it in 1961, he did it in 1962, he did it in 1963.
Because he did it 3 consecutive years to have enough northerners in army, to have enough of them. That is the reason why the issue of, because listen to him, because he actually said something here, that people that carried out the coup are junior officers, which Ojukwu was senior. Ojukwu don't even, he's not even aware. All these young guys, you talk about an army officer, they couldn't take it. Do you understand? Just robbery, they just robbed them. Robbery, and that is why they reacted in that manner. But anyway, we are getting there.
If you check the people who did the January 1966 coup, check them. It's major down. Major down. These are the people that were affected by this non-merit commissioning in military. And you don't do that in military. If you check, he's from major down. These are the people who were affected. There was so much discontent in the military because of favored unmerited promotion, unmerited commissioning. That was what culminated to January 1966 coup. They don't tell you this part of the story. Do you know that there was a TV riot in Benue? There was a TV riot in Benue. And the garrison commander in Makode was one Igbo man, a major. Something Anuforo. TV were protesting Sharia. They said they don't want to live under Sharia. Ahmadu Bello.
The same Sharia that we are dragging today. In 1963, can I make a fatty to TV in the Benue State? They were there's kind of uprising there, simply because of interpretation of Sharia. And when you know they go this template in Aga, you don't understand. And this is the only time they have gone this far is now. And the way things are going, they're going to achieve it. With this stupidity that we are seeing from our people and these mad people moving about looking for currency, because it's about money. Imagine with after this history now, this man with the in this 21st century, who would have believed that it will be possible? Now, snake boy, no Anambra State, but I'm studio Yababa, now live. What if hey God. And anyway, that's why I believe that the way things are going, they will succeed. Less for me alone. Open up with DPM. If I were DPM, if you put it on him. So, but next in your next life, if somebody you could make something. PM, the it is mass like if you want to insult somebody, you didn't know the kind of work for the person, you're a kind of person now. The same thing with the PM. The same thing, Dr. Abez. Why? Thousands and millions of people, oh, my leader, we solidly behind you. Only Guruku Hanoto about that. Today, can not some people na BIAFRA land form around that group. Have an Apple USBs. Hi, she take whatever they okay, but with Isiawo. Apotana, they create this story. Now, something that is not in existence. Will I say just custody? Everybody want to be a leader. I want to have my own cabinet. Everybody want to have their own cabinet. Simple instruction. This is what it is. Follow this direction. If somebody that is telling you how he's going to buy your father, somebody that is discussing on how he's going to buy your papa, that person is actually discussing on how he's going to buy you. Because after buying your father, the next person is you. If you fold hand and say, The guy talk too much. Don't mind him. He's not gonna do anything. Then he buy your uncle. And it can only happen to my uncle. You won't get our own house. Then he buy your father. He buy my father because my father is actually getting old. He cannot do it to young one in my sibling among us. Stupid excuse. Anyway, legend.
Ordered this major in Makodi, get it in, that he should shoot protesters on the spot. Civilians that are not armed, he said they should shoot them. The Igbo major refused, he disobeyed the order. Ahmad Bello ordered this Igbo major to be arrested. He put him inside prison. They not tell you that story. In addition to all the commissioning he was commissioning, him and Tafa Bele were commissioning people when no get school start into the military. If it were you when you go school, you go defense academy, somebody when no get school start come become your guy, how will you feel? They are the people that organized that coup that killed him. Where they are not telling us they killed Tafawa, they did not kill neighbor, they did not kill this one, they did not kill them. Tell me why that terrorist should not be killed.
Now, I'm gonna end it here. Okay. Now, listen to this.
You are contradicting your brain, but because you know this. How do you leave Emmanuel Ifajuna, a major that led the Lagos attack, and the Hiroshi was around, driving around, monitoring, making sure everything is moving fine, and you are holding Nsogbu that was in Kaduna, that was not the capital. The capital city was Lagos. So you people left the people that did it in capital, and you're blaming the people that took out the premier of the northern region. So Nzogbu planned it, and he did not stay in Lagos to take power. He went there. It has not occurred to you that it was Ivy Rossi that was pulling all of those strings. It has not occurred to you that it was Rossi that was pulling the whole strings. See, believe what you want to believe, but know the truth. Don't try to tinker with reality. Okay? Don't tinker with reality. If you don't know the full story, go and do your own research. And Nzogbu na lead the coup. Nzogbu coup. You see, and the same thing where our people they do today. Then go hide. All the people where they do, they go their background. They go come project on that. Jelly, thank you very much. This is the real Igbos. All those other Igbos who believe in this, their Biafra, crime marginalization, they are not the Igbos. They are these Igbo migrated from those Guinea Conakry, those Israeli, claiming Israeli, those strangers in the land. These are the real Igbo. God gave that part where you see Igbo now. God created them and He gave them that part of the world, that land. It is those foreigners who not speak Igbo, who not claiming Igbo, who from, sometimes they will say they are from Israel, sometimes they are from Guinea, they migrated this and that. Those are the people. Sometimes they will make video and say, why did they have small land? As if they share land in Nigeria. Until they stop this madness of being the victim. You are never the victim. Stop claiming the victim. It will not help you. It will not change anything. You can't continue to behave like your fathers who made the mistake, who put you in this mess and been expecting different results. It is very clear. How can you tag the person that led the coup to the north, the leader of the coup? How? The seat of power is in Lagos. Emmanuel Ifajuna led the troop to Lagos, where the seat of power is. Where, without buying Tafawa Balewa, you have not, the coup is not successful. The coup can only be successful when you take out Tafawa Balewa. That is exactly what Emmanuel Ifajuna did in Lagos. So how can you not tag, even though you did not witness it? You can judge by yourself. You can know the truth by yourself. You don't need to be told. How can people organize a coup? The one that led the troop to the north, you say, is the leader of the coup. For what? How? It is funny. Even though when Ojukwu, look at, let me play you a video of Ojukwu.
And this coup that seems to be at the center of subsequent problems in Nigeria. The coup of January 15th, 1966 was actually led by Major Ifajuna, and he commanded the activities in the south, and Zogo, another major, coordinated the northern side of it.
Even on this video, they will not share this video because this video changed everything. They won't share this kind of video. You won't see this kind of video in their war. This Ojukwu, their master, saying it, that people actually think, no. The leader of that coup, the organizer, is Maluelifa Ajuna. And Agu Ironsi sponsored it. But they won't share this one. They don't want you to hear this one. They want to put the blame on Uzogu. And all those Ika people from Delta, in Delta State. Stop tagging that. Some of you will make video and they say, no, stop it. Look at it, in Agu Ironsi. He claimed he came to stop the coup. When you say your mission was to stop the coup is to topple the government of the day and turn it into military style of government. That's it. The military, the Agu Ironsi, Malalifa Ajuna organized that coup to destroy the democracy. So the army will take over, right? Okay. The head of the military then is Agu Ironsi. He said he came to stop it. And the first thing he did is to destroy the regional style of government we are operating. And they now say it's not the all and all, and send Ojukwu to go and be military governor in the old Eastern region. Nobody voted for Ojukwu. He became the leader, military leader, by force, because of the coup. He is the beneficiary of the coup. How are you going to tell me Agu Ironsi came to stop the coup? Are you people normal? Somebody that came to stop the coup will not be changing the style of government on ground. And he cannot persecute. Listen, he cannot persecute the coup plotters. He put them in hotel. He was killed after 6 months, after the coup 6 months. But he can sentence Adakaburu to death, who declared Niger Delta, under 1 month. They sent Ojukwu to go and fight a war, 6 days war in Niger Delta. Arrested him. They took him to Lagos. Tribunal fast, and sentenced him to death. The people who killed the prime minister of the country were in hotel. Come on now. You don't need to be born there. So will tell me, why we struck? Somebody wrote a book, Why We Struck. Somebody who participated in the coup, a coup plotter, who's supposed to be under 6 feet, have time to be writing paper while we struck. I should go and be buying the book of a criminal, a coup plotter, who buyed hundreds of people, who destroy our life.
All right. Many of you don't understand the grievances of these people. One thing about Benin people in particular is that they have many things hidden about them. That's why he's talking from different points without making any sense. You said that if Agu Ironsi, whether he came to stop the coup or he's what initiated the coup, it doesn't matter. What matters is that the reason, okay, if you were actually talking about Agu Ironsi and Ifa Ajuna, the same you and your people are claiming that it is Igbo coup. And once they want to talk about the coup, they will tell you that because that is where the problem that nation is facing is coming from. The video that I played here, Adrian, was telling you, you heard what the guy said. He said that the man was carrying a jihad systematically. Of Nigeria, only Igbo people have the eyes to see what is to befall you in next. Now this 2026. What Nigeria will become in next 50 years. Only Igbo man can predict it, and once you get to that part, you will see it happening. The body language of Tinubu today, Igbo man can tell you what that will do to Yoruba people. If you don't like it, it's okay. But at the end of the day, that's what will happen. That thing that the coup wanted to stop in that 1963, that thing is what you are facing today. 1966 rather. That is what you are facing today. Is it not jihad? Is it not conquest? That is what you are facing today. After counter coup and all this and all that. Now, you said that the Adakaboro was bad and all that. The plan was not to destroy, to create any country. When the man was demanding for Delta region or whatever you call it, Niger Delta, whatever you call that, as a country, you love it because Benin people don't have land. Listen, Benin is the only kingdom that you say you're a kingdom, and that kingdom, you don't have enough land to push this your kingdom that you want to have. Next thing is to drag people to that. Because in your eyes, once they create that Niger Delta, Benin will not have a say as a kingdom. The ancient kingdom of Benin, ancient kingdom of people. In the night, you go to Ile-Ife to pay homage. You come in the day, bragging how important you are and all that. Only one state that even Igbo people, Igbo tribe make up your state. You are not even big enough to be a state. But you guys, many of you guys are not claiming on social media, oh, we are, Ika people are Benin, Igbanke people are Benin, Anama people are Benin, and Suka people are Benin. This is very laughable. That is why you will keep on regretting why. If Biafran people begin to say, okay, Benin is part of Biafra, it's going to be a kingdom, you guys will be jumping up and down. Hey, Biafra, one Biafra. Now, because no Igbo man, no true Igbo man will encourage anything monarchism of government. No Igbo man, no true Igbo person will be like, oh, I want us to have this monarchy. It's not in our, we don't, personally we hate it. You see one king to tell me when I will go to bed and how I will went to farm, when to go to school. No, there's no way you will do that to Igbo people. You cannot encourage that, and that is your pain. Now, if Arjuna sabotaged, you heard what Udele was saying, that if Arjuna wanted Ojukwu to stop, he did not want, he was sabotaging. Ojukwu noticed that. There's a difference between master. We cannot get this done. No. Look at it. We don't have resources. What can we do? Make opinion. He did not do that. Instead, he was helping people to defeat our people by buying our people in mass, so that you can now justify it as, oh, they conquered us, they win the battle. But you are the one weakening it. That is a problem. And this is a military, not civilian. The reason why there was clapping in the other video, I don't know if you noticed that in the video that I played first, he was actually defending justice for Ifajuna. That Ifajuna is a very smart guy, a very sharp guy. In this video, he's not telling that Ifajuna is the one that lead the coup, and you actually hate the coup. You see the contradictory part of their statement. They always like that. He's not only Udela and his own group. Another person, of course, is king. That one is he don't have time to check on history or to read history. His own is about how many Igbo youths that will enter prison. That is what gives him more blood, more life. If the guy if he rush shortage of blood, the number of Igbo people that he sent to prison and buy is what makes him happy. Oluchiwa God, I see you. There was a greetings to you. Truth must be told. I see your comment. And Margaret, I've sent my greetings to you already. Please, my eyes will be on and off on the comment section. So, as you can see, we are our setup is not as the way it used to be. So we are managing it this way. Let's continue.
Who turned Nigeria into this style of military style of government we are operating? I should go and buy.
You confuse people. The confusion in the minds of these Benin people these days is shocking. I mean, I'm seeing their videos, but I don't want to talk about them much because our brother from Anoma land, they are dealing with them. Spirit Almighty and Deputy Jesus. I don't joke with their videos because they are responding to them the way with facts and figure. They believe. They don't go to school. They're the one that any of them they only go to school to learn how to, use dictionary, grammar, big grammar. After that, nothing more. That is, I don't want to go on Benin issue because their own issue is a different ballgame. I don't have that time. They are inconsequential for now. This is the kind of people. Osno Munia. Umunegi Bundon and Asatina, they will agree.
Mona fambo ike ngoluago. Emade kunsena mmade kuzele omunem.
God forbid.
Ndeleme ihe Biafra. Ifuna amaho. And if you kuzele yabo ki weli lege goezegono makonwe ike. Emana ndi suyo ibo sina. Many have gone. And more will still go. No bona equal if in and if in a be honorable.
That's good. That's good one. I see you. Our Uncle Daniel. You're welcome, sir.
The agitation of Biafra. Not just it's a game. People from dysfunctional family they play. Onya koju eboli luten and they struggle. Only poor people. Only poor people. And now, let me bust your bubble. Ijuko Omega, you just say, why is it that they always answer names that is opposite what they are? For example, the Biafra agitators, Potahase, no Muchineke. Manahabu Muchineke, the answer is no. Number two, Biafra agitators, they are whiter than white and whiter than snow. But in reality, they are blacker than black and darker than dark. Number three, now they cannot say no nyendu kiabu. Man, in real life, if all bubo nyendu. Number four, Hypocrisy, no indigenous people of Biafra. So therefore, no nobody Igbo, they include. Gibo Igbo potasia say, ego ne katuta, kaimal, hasen wa ye jijun iso ha. Manoko haba si no nobody Igbo, bo IPOP. Haputa, hase, no mwoma. Man, in real life, job. A criminal potential afiabo and Jamaica. Onoshio, ne mad, ne mulo joko mad. Jidenke pani ne dino binetiti ta. Talk on the mad. Okukolonko. I said no koko, no sabo. Ejidoko tire. Ewu be common bear. I said. Newa impossible. No chase sabotage. Aboriata. Manamena phone you nefa angel meko. Okay. Woman. Say na fiabo gentle. Onye mabono no shikop. O say na fiabo gentle. Nemi kunso. Oiko. A criminal. Tono Imo State to if Imo State go today. But they are celebrating him. Because we are lured to do that. Now the Kanubala, I know a hero couple even proposed Kenya console with a 2000 isimat. Is opposite what they are. And that was say Ikwunka. Okay, till date. Oh my God, come on. Say, by the way, Nnamdi Kanu, I thought you said na Buhari number one. No, no, Bujubri. Nda meja afia. Nde lawyer sana putabana. All is well. None of them are doing Nnamdi. Kelebe Jubri na tankwobi. Jubri Nnamdi kunu na tankwobi. Ni ama hawa Jubri juwe love ye tankwobi. Anyama zebe Jubri. Till date, or when among these miscreants who are following Nnamdi Kanu, only God had the courage to ask Nnamdi, can you find that sign sealed and delivered? Or when only God had the courage to ask Nnamdi Kanu, I thought you said, naturally we fed the Facebook. Why never was that? Or when anybody gathered the courage to ask Nnamdi Kanu, Kezi BIAFRA one is in another arrest for the second time. Now I have here. Manakenya man or jail on Facebook they deceive people. Look, let me tell you people something. Onweronye gabwagi is open. Kalia mama bikenga.
Issue of Ikenga and Udele. If you begin to venture into that, it's very, very deep. Very, very, very deep. And that's why each time I listen to both of them, it makes me to have a lot of things to say. Because I'm a kind of person that don't believe in that everything is about action. I don't believe that. Sometimes in life, you talk. Sometimes you act. Sometimes you keep quiet. Sometimes you pretend that you do not hear anything. That's my own belief. But when you hear people like this guy, for example, that is to tell you that we have a lot of problems from where we come from. Look at him. You see how he dressed? See his hair? He looked clean, right? He was not looking like this. That's number one. Number two, judging by what is coming out from his mouth, he's a totally opposite of what he claimed that he is. First and first, he said your name is Ikenga. You are nothing, there's nothing close to you with Ikenga. There's nothing. First thing, you don't need to be hiding while doing what you are doing. I'm not saying that you should come out will buy you, but as Ikenga don't hide, Ikenga don't and on other season before name, that kind of thing. Secondly, Ikenga don't people that Ikenga, they don't lie. They are man of their words. The formal, they don't venture into lies, to the best of my knowledge. Then he said that we mentioned a lot of names. Goes through that no yes near Benjamin, but of them other power angel. Right? When you if I oba, the late if I again had the number. Anak be ebubedike. Last time I checked, some of you are ebubedike. Ebubedike. He's not even dike, let alone ebube. He has money. I can't dispute that, but everything is not money. Everything is not money. That ebubedike, but somebody got pota. Or he don't venture into gangsterism. Like he may fail with the park in there. Maybe don't do that. If Bedikebo is Moku Pota, come again, or prior dog, or they instigate it, or my blood youth. That's what the Bedike is known for. There's so many names that he appears at. If I can remember them, then I will not tell you the reason why he's not living up to their expectation. He didn't live up to their expectation. Oh, we go. I don't know him in person, but from what he did and all that is far away from what you call him. Even go and go in Apoti, you see that Nanda me Babatan and on but you see that securities. There's a video of one guy able police Nemo State. a claim on the film when he was filming in the army. He said that security. So you even put a call and you change the voice of that person. In our that can be the voice of the person and all that. You know what you are doing, right? Now, somebody cannot live that kind of lifestyle. Now, Igbo eziokwu. Isi ga jụọ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ọ sị ya ga-alụ Facebook. Ego ole ka ịtụ nyere Maazị Nnamdi Kanu in total? Like gị na ego ole ka asị gị na degodi ego ịtụ na IPOB. I'm not a member. I'm not a member. I have never joined any of that. I'm not telling it for you to, but it's just a fact. But go and be a member Bapata. Was there you go at the meeting? Game members some guy put him on Facebook. If you on Facebook, do you know how much it costs? One can give one and the politician again with all this money, those so-called resources. One kilo. Ooh, nothing. I'm even get set the brain of Ndibo, people like you, especially these Anambra politicians. If you get set the brain, no, go get this cutlass game the one by one. But we now gonna at the Mizun. And I know hello. Now deputy governor of Ebedota, none of anymore. Now, no, last week I'm only last. Now you're chineke and those guys I got watch your back. You got to find request. You might have that kind of thing maybe. Or this businessman, I don't want to use anybody's name. Until we meet to the Hanuna, if you guys have brain. I know how this thing happen. I know how you guys behave. Keep a check it that they recruit hungry people like Yambabana. He's now traveling from place to place. Una recruit no oh, it's good, right? It's good. Because an Igbo cannot be actually, vibrant or successful or peaceful without an Anambra. That's why they use Zoom more than they know other people. Because one sabo from Anambra carry 3 sabo from Imo State. One sabo can do something that a sabo from Imo and that cannot do. But one day, if I you may get, I'm not praying, but I'm just telling you what may happen. When Ogo game, and a picture Yambaba, recent picture. Okay, in fact, I have many of them. This guy never get a good red dog. Yambaba. Abogre Ghana not na. Nenka you go red eba. Bunke na potana Ghana you see who talk. Ndi nedozi ani bogade mozo. They quote down a reports. And then a report carry go so dem mozo bunka you dan kuchino na non accept now. Awa o wori fe put there mama na ihe ani the issue ga issue ga ju no yi oge senator of so local government oge aka ga kparia eme ha ni ofu ni ozu ofu federal government to blue flag in Nigeria to kwasa na kpata ozu ya afọ eni ha na hede ka madu 2 3 ndị agba ikwo isi abugo teche who they took on that we need to fix this out. But I'm not kind of on they are gone and they will go up and cook to you guys. That's how you guys see it. That's how you I know how you people think. Kind of with on the jobless people abroad, some of you say they say they go in there and then they go Yamba introduce. They have initiated Yamba already. Iban obido na-eme udele interview akap emesi interview emegharịa ama m nọ ife ọ ga-abụ onye nke abụọ bata na Igbo kịta ọ na-aga ka pidgin mmiri ma na ya bụ na ya na-asọ nsọ ala ịnụgo ndị aka ji ọfụ a n'Igbo Chineke na-ene ebe onye nke a na ogbokpuru ed wit abụba ọkụkọ nọ ya n'isi amụma egwukwago ọkụ na afịa na okay. Ife ndị egosi gị abụ that na ife mere ede ju ebe nwe ede ada nọgide eme nwe ịdọ anaka na ede aka opote ede ịdọ ha anya aka ị ga na-anọ nwe ife mere ede ama nọgide ebe nwe Yambaba, just for you to understand what is playing out. Don't worry, we are still here. No. This video, I'm coming to you. Don't worry. I'm coming. I want to show our people some of these pictures so that they will understand. In an yam baba, ijele, this. Onye na-aga ọtọkpọrọ nwanne ya. Ị na-aga ime ị na-aga na ị na-aga na tego nne n'ugwu ịtọkpọrọ nwanne gị efe dị egwu. If I know why I mentioned Anambra here, some of you will be frowning face. Sky report, we want to bring division. Or division. I'm just telling you the reality. The peer about what Baba yam baba. Na fear here. You got offices. Kana bagas. AJ menu broadcast one interview podcast. Emena Facebook, me Aisha Ogaro, maybe not bend dog here because Aisha know we had to go to Koibu. Mana economy before. So if you can we carry report, you are saying what you are not sure of. Don't worry. I told you I just feel like I did not tell you that I have verified. Okay. All these things if na nekuya. Neya mabeba. Ebo tileka na ba. Ife abụrụ n'ala Igbo apụl abụ gọọmenti na apụl abụ gawe ife a gwa m ife ya baba na-achọ gwa m if not to join the team good or ife a na-akpọ ha bụ team good join team good. You actually have right for freedom they call it freedom of association. Mana ekwumokwu a yesterday ndị a na-ekpugasị okporo ede na-aga from office to office okporo ede na-enidiri my firm nekwe ana iwu ọgbakọ iberibe iji wee tipịa obodo emesa asị gị that no na ndị na-eme Biafra. So ikwutezi okwu Biafra na-eru ya baba na onyeweghị history ga-efe suit pocket ya icheda gị na aka na agwa gị na mana by the time ife a meche na yere nwata ga-eme na Anambra mee n'Imo mee n'Enugu beti na-abịa ịwa akwụkwọ aka security ma ife ga-abụ ife ya ọbụla abịa because ya ọbụla kwọrọ oyi ugwu everyday na-ebutere ozu mmadụ 3 na osi ebute ụkwa na anaghị ni mmadụ 4 na ebe dota. I don't know, there's a video of this guy which I think I do I still have that or I have deleted that video. Okay, let me just tell you the story. Okay, I will just mention the story because I would have loved to play that my video. I've recorded the video on that. Okay, I think I have something like that. I'm not gonna go far. Let me just play you just few things, so you understand. Because few days ago, I think I said this yesterday, but I'm gonna say it because it's still trending. They are still using that, twisting words and all that about it. Few days ago, Harrison Gwamnesi and Nigerian Army, they went to a place in Enugu called the Ziago side, where they said to dislodge kidnappers' hideouts. And after everything, Nigerian Army made a post claiming that those places are ESN hideouts, right? Now, Udele, even though Gwamnesi have already exposed it, that is not true. We are going to go to the platform of Udele. Let me see if I can open it now. Kifife wa post that now not ESN Umubingo, because he's the only one that can see. No other person have access to know the truth. Sometimes in life, one of them what I getting is your naturally me dota happy I made that thing. All the gear what I get why to put the kind of no dinner where I the young when it got score second bam. Papa Nifa mo his own time. Mama Nifa my own time. Happy I call no yabudi. Lapia ya ga no the day. On no child don't get us straight back. But there's a was a go sad. Okay. Mana Iju ataga gị na nicho ka emewe ya na love of his life bia. A love of her life. No go with the problem. No go nke abụrụ nke ọzọ. So I am going to, I hope that this video will not give this channel a problem, because I don't want to have any issue. Okay, but let's see how far we can go on this one. Just a moment. Facebook. Okay. All right. I think we are good to go. I want you to pay close attention to this video so that you understand when we complain about these people. If Oya na-ekwu were ife ọ na-eme. Oya na-ekwu maka were ife ọ na-eme. Now, what you are seeing here is a Facebook of Udele. He made this post. And what is this post? Maybe some of you may know. This post is the camp where they went and people they captured, kidnappers. Okay, somewhere in Enugu State. This is Harrison counting money. When I fear here, this is Harrison counting money. Okay. What if one was an IPOB forever? Nothing whatsoever. What if one was an IPOB or BIAFRA never? Okay, now fear. They are just kidnappers with pump actions. That is the video. Okay. Then when you come down, let me see if you can read the post that comes with it. I may not really have time to read all these lies from Udele. Okay. He said, army strike IPOB/ESN strongholds, recovers explosive ransom fund. Okay, if I write up on the army or copy defend army the platform, this is their own press release. Okay, troop of the Nigerian Army, NA, under Operation Eastern Sanity, have intensified offensive operation across the southeast, decisively overrunning IPOB ESN stronghold and pushing the criminals element into disarray. Relentless pressure mounted by the troop, backed by superior firepower, intelligence, and joint force synergy, has continued to expose the group's weaknesses, structure, and inability to withstand sustaining military actions. On 14th April, this month, 19, on 14th April 2026, joint troop of Sector 1, supported by the air component of Operation Udogachi, launched a precision strike and clearance operation in Ajari Forest, a Ziagu local government area of Enugu State. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. Yeah, I made a video about this thing. Ndame, okay. This is the video with the post go eba. You know, on the ESN. Not ESN and all that. Fine. Now, when you come to what Harrison wanted, remember, you saw a picture of Harrison there, right? Okay. Harrison is here saying this.
Good morning. My name is Harrison Gwamnishu. So I woke up this morning with messages, comments. It was ESN that were involved with the kidnapping, ESN or IPOB that were involved with the kidnapping. You guys arrested suspected kidnappers, recover guns, ransom from Adani in Uzo, the local government area of Enugu State. Was it ESN or IPOB? So I went through the army press release to find out where this whole stuff is coming from, and I have the release here, which is on Facebook, on X, and also on Instagram. All right, now what I discovered was, I think the army, dropped 2 updates. They use one post to make 2 updates. Okay, go through it very well and you understand that what you are seeing there are 2 updates but in one release. I think the way they wrote it, I think, is kind of confusing. Reason why you guys are saying, was it ESN or IPOB? For me, Harrison, I don't even know how ESN or IPOB looks like. All right, I've not met them before, but I know that I've seen people who support IPOB agitation and the whole law, but I don't know who they are. and I don't want to know. I don't know about them. Okay, so but people were arrested, people that were arrested, and then gone recovered, ransom recovered, were kidnappers. All right, we're kidnappers. All right.
So I'm gonna end it here. I don't want, because of this is a live program. If I continue, they will shut it down instantly. Now, this person made reaction coming from different places. People begin to question the whole thing. One of the questions that this our sister asked is
so Nigerian army has been caught in another web of lies again. And this time around, the Nigerian army posted on their social media handle that they intercepted an IPOB and ESN hideout, and they recovered rifles, IEDs, and money. But what the Nigerian army didn't know was that activist Harrison had already posted that same images the Nigerian army posted on his own page before the Nigerian army posted it. According to what Harrison posted, he said they recovered those rifles and money from kidnappers' den. From kidnappers' den. From kidnappers' den. Kidnappers, not IPOB or ESN. But the Nigerian army claimed that they recovered it from IPOB and ESN. But Harrison is saying different thing, that they recovered it from kidnappers. Do you want to know the best part? I'm coming. A social media user pointed out something strange. Okay. The person pointed out, how come the IEDs the army recovered look so clean? No mud on it. Look at it. Look at it. No mud. So clean.
This is one of the things they claim they recover from ESN IPOB. And because they did not even manage to rub this mob, rub it on this ID, whatever they call that, just to make it look like they actually dig it out. Look at how clean the thing is. And that's why people begin to question them. And I did not see this one on the platform.
With all these recent developments, will people still trust the Nigerian army? Anytime there is casualty in the north, the Nigerian army will quickly make a post about a non-existing operation they carried out in the southeast. Each time. This is very sad. A whole institution like the military is lying. Why? So
just to cover the one in the north, they always focus on and you have people who claim they're Igbo helping this kind of thing and working to assist, to make sure that you know how bad the whole thing is. And when you talk, they say that you are trying to cover something, you are this and that, it is not true. And they don't do anything to even prove themselves. They always hide. They always claim what they are not. People are questioning them. People are raising alarm, trying to seek their own answer. Let them come and explain why this thing is going this way, whereas they claim they are the one, getting it right. Somebody has called the jail out this video.
Kerebe ude no chukwuko ofu kerebe no. Why can't you carry all this nde po obata ani Igbo kpọrọ ha gaa north gadiru?
Now I'm going to change because this is a live program. So one of the rules here is that this kind of video, if you play it long, they will come after you. So I will try my best to play it from background, please. Let's see. Okay.
Flogging this old man. Did you see how they are dealing with this old man? Where are you? Where are you? This video is for you. Where are you? Can't you beg Chekaban to give you soldiers to go and deal with these people? Where are you? This video is for you. That energy you gather to carry soldiers to come to Igbo land and deal with terrorists, as you said. Can't you gather that power and that energy and go to north and deal with these people? Where are you? This video is for you. This video here is for you. The energy you gather to come to Igbo land to deal with the terrorists. Why can't you gather the energy and power and go to north and deal with these people? Or are you not going to show the people these people are buying? Can't you beg Jagaban to give you soldiers to go and deal with these people? A faithful man, where are you? This video is for you. I'm making this video for you. All these videos that trend them, I've never seen you speak against it.
Not at all.
I never see you make video against it.
No.
But you're telling us you gather these people to come to Igbo land. Can't you gather these people and go to North and deal with these people? Can't you track them? If playful matter. This video is for you now. I hope you're seeing all this thing that trending. The way they're dealing with this old man. Imagine this old man. These people that are dealing with this old man. Can't you gather strength and your energy and take them to North to deal with these people? Can't you gather them and go there? If playful matter. Ndị ala, ndị eriri, people eriri, ndị eriri. You people are gathering soldiers to come to Igbo land and then with terrorists. As you people are doing the terrorists in Igbo land, that's where there's a place terrorists rule bili. Gather people and go there and deal with them. Ndị eriri. Terrorists in Igbo land. Nka. Gather those people and go to North. This one who's terrorists are after.
He will not do that. He will not.
Applies on a mother na share support nwere onwe ndị Biafra. Mmadụ na-aba abụghọ ndị Igbo. Ha soro na-eme protest. Sisi release Nnamdi Kanu nye freedom na Nnamdi Kanu awụghọ terrorist. Ha abụghọkwa ndị Igbo. Ha abụghọkwa ndị Igbo. Gụ na onwe gị onye Igbo. Si na Nnamdi Kanu egbuchasịa na ndị Igbo na ọ ya na-eweta destruction. Showole and Sahid, according to him as on Facebook, Chineke gozie unu na-abọ. Especially onye nke a na-akpọ Sahid. Because onye a na ọ bụghọkwa na ọka Showole ekwu okwu Biafra ọfụma mana onye nke a enwe ha aha onwe ọtụtụ aha ọ na-akpọ ndị Nigeria. Tinubu ọtọ nụrụ kpọọ ya Tifnubu. Obi Kubana ya akpọ ya Obi Kukumba. Asari Dokubo ya akpọ ya Asari Tokumbo. Ijele ya na-akpọ ya Ijegede. So many name ọ gụrụ ndị mmadụ ma agaghị ekwucha nwa ebe a. Chineke gọzie unu na-abọ. Enwe ihe ga-eme unu. Unu ya adụ ndụ ka nka. And enweta Biafra.
All right. So this our brother also is another voice that I love watching his video, and few voice from the general people, whereas you have a lot of recruited gangsters in Kipa as well. And we are going to move a little bit to Lolonek. Okay, after this, then I'll now send the link for those of you that want to comment. But before then, I want to say something. Because this is for those of us that are here. Okay, for some of us that may care to know. This video is to remind us something. You know, I said something about it before. If you are supporting USB government because you know that USB government they are following the true dream of Mazen Kanu and PM, and you know that that's the only way to get freedom. That is the right thing. That the one doing the right thing at the right time. As of now, that is what you should use. Even if PM is here, he will be in USB by government by now. He cannot declare Biafra and go back. We all know this, right? We all know this. But let's see if you are lying to yourself. Even though you know. Reason why they are not, because of selfish interest. As simple as that. I've said this many times. Remove this post. Dissolving cabinet is the reason why they started running head scatter. Not that they don't know that Biafra has been declared, and that's what they have to follow. But am I joining US government to do what when I have been removed? That is their problem. Because that is to tell you that if I am not, if not that I am honorable, I would not be talking about Biafra. So you that is talking about Biafra without being any honorable, you are stupid. That's what they're trying to tell you. People that cannot think with their brain. Now, in the past, Methuselah, Achalugo, Osoji, many of them have played the drum of the US. And you know, when you play the drum of the devil, by the time anytime you turn around and begin to do good, the devil will always remind your master that you used to be here. He'll be playing that your video to remind people who you are now working with. Oh, look at you. You have done this, you have done this. That's why, you know, I don't know if you have heard this word, accusers of the brethren. You know, we are told in the Bible, you know, Sunday school that when if you sin, that devil will come on judgment day or in the heaven, devil will carry the file of your bad deed to God and say, look, check this guy. Why will you do good for him? Is it not the person that abused you, that said, you know, that kind of thing, accusing you before God? That's what devil do. So, and DOS and their members are not doing that, of course, those Soji and their group. Now, watch this.
Today, I will mount on this platform to enumerate all the evil you have committed and all the
just not see you.
and all the things you have
done. Listen to you.
If you think we are saying we are letting the whole world to know our problem, yes. Let the whole world know that Nanyanya is a thief. Let the whole world know that Nanyanya is sitting on the fund that Biafrans have contributed. Some people that contributed this money that Nanyanya is sitting on today, as I'm talking to you, some of them doesn't have house. They have not paid their house rent in Europe. They have not paid their house rent in America. Some of them have family problems. They abandoned their family problems. They contributed money that they need to use to pay for their to solve their family problem for ESN. Some of them have one or two things that they need to do with money, but because of the love they have for this movement, they went on and donate those money. And then Nyanya is keeping this money. If Nyanya has spent this money, let she tell the Biafrans how she spent this money. I won't let her go. The best people who doesn't know who I am, my name is Mas Opelezechu became I go Biafran Kembonam. Okuna Sanya Akazodia, Okwana Sanya Kazodia. I will continue to.
Okay, in case if you don't understand what happened here, this guy was playing the drum of DOS, telling people that Nanyanya is a criminal. Today, he's not against those that are saying similar thing. If you hate, just like what you go 247 is saying now, or what why is such is saying, was here. So there's no repentance in that one. I mentioned to go 247 because his own is more surprising to compare why is such a right. Tomorrow, if you turn around and begin to you want to make some amendment on your way, you want to be upright. People will still remind you of what you represented, what you said in the past. Are you going to blame them? The answer is no. They are not playing this video. Had it been that this guy did not make this video, because when he was making this video, he was lying. He was lying. I don't know Nanyanya. But why I say he was lying is because how can you say now to go be Nanyanya? Okay, or she's now sitting on that money. But people that contributed that money are facing difficulties, house rent issue, in the country of their residence and all that. That statement automatically means that you are lying. Why? That money was not contributed for people's house rent or people's personal problem. You see? You mentioning that those things simply means that you are trying to say that she's enjoying the money instead of her to bring it, let us enjoy. The same thing that US are saying now. When I was playing the video of Okija son, he said Mazokano rented a private jet. He was moving from place to place, Mozambique to Ethiopia, from Ethiopia to now to Kenya and all that. He was living large. He was buying Fendi, living large. In the club called a club. It's not Club One, because it's not getting called 9 to 1. I don't know. In Kenya, where rich people, the way they describe the club as if that is where Donald Trump and people like Donald Trump, Obama, this royal family, where they normally go and chill off and all that, which is not, I don't think it's true. That once you go there with pictures of Mazda Khan, they all know who he is. Mazda Khan, a man that I have not seen him drunk. Now, you are saying those things that like those people saying those things now. What is the difference between them and you that said this in the past? That is a problem. So we actually need to learn something from that. No matter your differences with somebody, always make sure that you justify your statement on them. Make sure that you at least justify your statement. Some people don't like me. Why? Because Guy Report is not here. I don't come here. Guy Report cannot come here and begin to tell you that or put myself like as if after DPM I am next in line. You know what I mean? I cannot claim what I'm not. Guy Report cannot come here and begin to parade myself as if see the BIAFRA flag, see Guy Report. You know what I mean? We all want freedom. We all want to be, be in a country of our own. At least look at what Cup is coming. Countries are going there to participate. You don't know what to do. You don't know, as a sports lover, you don't know. I'm a football fan. You don't know how powerful that it is to be. When the Olympic, people will be marching, countries will coming with their flag and all that. You don't have any country that you are proud of. Which country are you going to be proud of? A country that are integrating terrorism, Boko Haram and banditry is order of the day. I don't like terrorism. I don't like terrorists. I don't like it. So, cheering the national team is as good as cheering, what I don't like. You understand what I'm talking about? I remember in 1994, back then, when Maracana, when I was a small, very, very, big boy in those days. I used to, spend time watching football, even though they'll be yelling at you to go to bed, tomorrow is school and all that. But I love football. I can do anything to make sure that I watch, Super Eagle. But now, it's not. It's no longer like that. Why? Because of what is going on and how the whole thing has turned out to be. So it's always good for you to stand on something that you know that is gonna profit you. I don't want to say much, but you know what I'm talking about. All right. Lord Onekachimeze, why is it pineapple? Let's hear from her. Let's start from this one. Please, if you have not liked the video, please.
Hello, Onekachimeze na-ekwe na-ewetara n'ọnọdụ Igbo, aka nwanyị punk. Dịka eji m ohere a na-ekene Igbo niile, ọkachasị ndị na-akwado m n'agbanyeghị blackmail a na-ebu n'aha m na-asị na m na-akparị Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Biko tupu m ekwuo ihe, achọrọ m ịyọ onye Igbo ọbụla arịrịọ, ọkachasị ndị nọ na diaspora. Ọ bụrụ na ịwụbụ a member of IPOB, ya gara na-eme mmezi ego obi na-alụ gị mmiri. Ya wụrụkwa na ị gara gbapaga n'ọtọ pilot dị ụtọ na Maazị Nnamdi Kanu kwuru. nya wụrụ na ibu n'uche ka enweta Biafra mwa mana a ga-enweta ya ọnwụ na anyị niile jikọ aka ọnụ wuru ofu olu wuru otu obi biko si ebe ahụ pụọ ga-abanye na IPOB wuo otu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu na ndị otu ya hiwere and ha enwere ngwa gosiri na ha ga-enweta ya mgbe na-akpọku ndị be anyị niile nọ na diaspora ama m otu ndị Igbo anyị si eme ịkpọ ọnụma ndị ara ya ha ịkpọ ọnụma anyị mebichie ezigbote ihe anyị na-ebi odo m ga-akọrọ ụlọ akụkọ ofe onye ofe mmanụ na ya na-eme biznes kọrọ m enwe ihe anyị na ndị be ha na-eme ndị be ha kwuo ya taa ha kwuo onu echi so m mkpọ ọnụma sị na ma na-emezi ya kpọ sị m nọdụ ala m nọdụ ọsị m ka ya gwa m secret ndị be ha ji emeri ndị be anyị nọọ ịkpọ ọnụma na ndị Igbo ga-ebido ezigbo ihe ofu ihe ghara ma onye ọbụla kpọ ọnụma ihe m na-achọ ịgwa ụnụ na n'ọbata bụrụ IPOB na ụnụ mechaa protest mee noise enye ya ụnụ no challenges a ga-abịa ọnwụ otu your ability manage these challenges kwụrụ n'ụkwụ ụnụ ọ ya mere ụnụ dogbuo ya gosi na ụnụ minere ihe ụnụ na-eme mana ọ bụrụ na ụmụ ihe ndị a na-eme na mebi anyị mana eriela ego yes gọọmenti ndị Amerịka ahụ na-akwụ tax na eri ego ụnụ na-akpọbeghị ọnụma Nigerian gọọmenti gịnị ka ha ji tax anyị na-akwụ eri politicians na-eri ego anyị na-akpọbeghị ọnụma ọ rụzie nke awụ nke ụnụ ọnwụ na enwere otu esi manage fund ya alọla ụnụ obi mmiri kọntinu ụnụ na-epushi maka na ihe
if I message on a end to right message the question you need to ask yourself is why is it that Iken Guruago, Keshoso, Jovika, all these people, they are not criticizing this woman. They're not talking about her. They are very chilled about her presence, about her advocacy for DSS to DOS or whatever they call themselves. You know, people should come and fund them. Are you following? They don't complain. But the target is on those that are not even mentioning this. They're not even talking about 100 men. That should tell you all you need to know. And you get why. In case if you don't know, you get why. Now, this is not the only one. I have another video from her where she says something. Let's hear.
ekele m ụnụ ọlọlọ Nneka Chibueze na-ekwe na-ewetakwara ụlọ ọnọdụ ndị Igbo be anyị arịrịọ ka m jiri bịa n'ụtụtụ a mkpu akpa ka m jiri bịa n'ụtụtụ a dịka nne ọtụtụ n'ime anyị ewere gị excuse IPOB asịkwa IPOB asị gị wakpo anyị na anyị amaghị enwe ihe m chọrọ ịkọwara Igbo niile n'ụbọchị nke taa na ụnụ ọhụrụ ihe a na-eme n'ugwu Awụsa ihe awụ nkata ndị Muslim kpara ebe headquarters ha awụ na Iraq ihe awụ agreement ha so Nigerian government led by President Muhammadu Buhari mere adopt ha sonyere ụnụ mana this our president were Muslim ihe ndị Igbo anyị na-amahụ na Yoruba is a Muslim nation hapụga na ọ dị silent Yoruba awụ 70% Muslim 30% Christians so imewe jihad ebe ahụ need ebe need for jihad from Benue Middle Belt down to South East so anyị nwa nọ na the plan ụwụ majorly ihe m ga-asị Nnamdi Kanu ji wee ndị IPOB ji wee gbakọwa now nsogbu anyị nwere wụ na we allow propaganda ma anyị zụzụrụ kpọpụta ụmụ anyị mee ha expose ihe awụ ụmụaka gbakọwara na-akpa nkata ndị ọwụ na anyị nwere ndị okenye atọl ndị okenye kwesịrị ịgbakọ na around them gbazie ha olu ahapụga ha mee nke ha ji wụrụ ụmụazị ha mekwele n'ụlọ ha ga-eme ha agbalịala orukwe na mgbe anyị ga-elite tinye ọnụ nyere ụmụaka aka hazie ihe out of our own carelessness anyị nabata ndị iro mgbe ọ na-enye gị asatọ mgbe akpọbata ndị amị na South East was relatively more peaceful than Lagos mana anyị were ọnụ gbuo nke anyị ndị Yoruba nwere OPC kemgbe 1993 that OPC ka no ruo taa ọha secretly, silently, hand all over Lagos, hand all over Yoruba and the net change Manayamaro. On your blood, Lagos, on your blood, Lagos, Lanya from Lagos to Ore. And when they had a police checkpoint, for military.
For someone now, my own before Namaro, very very. Very the person ever because Oja or the person now, warrior in Ayamanimaro. Any day, if labor name any argument or and they discuss something, relax your mind, even though you may know things to say at that point in time, but calm down, hear the current contribution from other people before you jump in, because you may end up polluting everything. I'm happy that she said something here. Now, John, which is what she's doing as we speak. You sometimes you may even have a good intention, but the way you present your words and the way you are going about it will jeopardize a lot of things. This woman, is she adding up? Is she adding to the problem, or she's trying to stop the problem? Looking at her, you can tell that she's adding up, she's adding more fuel to the fire. Oh, now they realize that Yoruba land, they don't have checkpoint. Oh, you just wake up from slumber. But as if these people, they know what, if at all, you're actually fighting against the Nebunebai. Master Makan have never opened his mouth and say, but Ojuto can have said the same thing. Ojuto can open his mouth. We're going to know to have first a Bundi mother before. How many of you have made a video about it? Am I in support of anybody, God forbid? Am I in support of anybody hiding under Biafra movement to commit crime? No. Not at all. It's either you come out and fight for Biafra, or you stay away from Biafra flag. Allow those that can use it judiciously, use it and do the needful. Don't hide under, I'm IPOB member, you begin to commit crime. And Nigerian Army Intelligence Unit, they know this truth, but for the sake of propaganda and agenda, they have to pretend that every crime that being committed in our land is actually IPOB. To fight in land is IPOB. What can we have one problem? IPOB. If you pee on your clothes, IPOB. We say the chief for IPOB. Everything IPOB. Just to make sure that Mazam Mekano and the motor short sentencing him, everything is well justified. But the problem they have is this social media. Imagine without social media, what if you could tell you? Or headliners can get believe on. But with social media, you can research, you can find out, you can watch other people's opinion, you can actually trace the root problem. But having people like this woman, why is it pineapple, and you can go and all these people coming out bragging on how can you be buying people and bragging about it? When they ask you, you say that you are chasing people that buy people. Like if we see Madanaka with Obana go na drop on me, Obana drop on and see Madibu. Go see that not all have if I have fresh, you see Ibubili. Ibulianaka Obala Rogedin. If the man is you can go my babies. I drug is that Nani Bugadi Mozo. Kegudi people na cannot use man. Obala Truga Kabugan Obala Mother. KBC Bulian and Ibu. K wine nature can Ibu the Mozo. I don't that is where where I'm confused. I want for somebody to explain it to me. That is the confusion in the highest order. How can you explain this to me? Ige pisi Madanaka. Obala Logan with him which be base. I think it's not nature can Ibu the Mozo. Why? Ni nebundi nebu mad. But keep on the fine because I don't believe when all of Guinea with her. I don't. Somebody should explain it to me. Again. How can you say the National Kano is a problem? He's one that he brought the army. If not because of this IPOB Biafra, army would have not do this and do that. Since 1990, in fact, I will say the one I know, okay? 1996, 95, 97, 98. Okay, in Igbo, we always have checkpoint. We always have checkpoint. And that checkpoint, I cannot beat myself and say, okay, I remember in the olden days when I was growing up and we don't have checkpoint. No, I did not see that in my own age. In my own era, I did not see. I grew up with Nigerian Army mountain roadblock. That is me. I don't know about you. That roadblock. Now, is it Masamekano that made them to start building mountain roadblock? No. But it is something very, very annoying that a woman and a man of 70, 80 years will on a camera. Even if you are 50 or even 30, you are old enough to ask questions. You know the genesis of the same thing. The same reason why you cannot be a president, the same reason that you struggle to be a Senate president. Vice president cannot even be in your hands. Since the creation of, after the war, vice president, none of you have made it to vice president. Is it IPOB that caused that one as well? These old people will always deny the agenda behind the whole thing. They always deny it. And how can I trust, how can I believe that you are doing something reasonable when I know that you are shying away from this truth? Is it Masamakam that make Nigerian as a country, as an entity, to refuse you from becoming the president? Is it Masamakam? Of course, no. Now you see Dele that don't even know anything at all. Someone who cannot even give account of what happened in 1994. Apart from loading a gravel and buying people, what mentioned his job, like his career? Where did he mention his business, please? I'm just asking generally, what is his work, his handwork? Okay, that will tell you all you need to know. But he's one giving you history of what happened in 1967. To counter people that pass through 4 walls of education. He's one telling you now, this is what happened in 1967. They're justifying this injustice that even you, Lord Neka, is crying about now. You think it is easy for Nigerian Igbo politicians? It is not easy. Peter Obi cried out when they refused, when he won the last election. Everybody knows that he's won. When it happened to Abiola, the whole nation shook. Peter Obi was panicking. Do you know why he refused to protest? I don't blame him either. Because he comes from the conquered region. But he's also one of the problems. In fact, he's one of the major problems. Why contesting? Since you know you cannot do what other people. Abiola contesting and pay with his life. Do it also, you pay with your life. You know that your own will be more easier because you come from a conquered tribe. So since you know that you come from a conquered tribe, why are you deceiving your tribe to make them believe that they can actually become president one day after you have contested? Juko tried for where? So many names have tried for where? And you think you can get it done. Now they're not pushing him up and down. So it simply means that P2B is working against our people then. Common sense should tell you all those things. You know the truth, you already know the result, but you are pretending to deceive people that as if making it look like, let us key in on this one, we are going to make it, when you know there's a well-registered, satisfied agreement that governs the land, that you are not meant to be a president. They are no longer hiding it, they are telling you one-on-one. You can see it playing out. If you like, campaign from now till the kingdom come, you cannot be. The only thing that can make an Igbo man to become president is just one thing, maybe, which I doubt, because Fulani, all this insecurity, what is going on, there's nothing will stop it. Nothing. So it will not stop. It will not stop. It's not possible. They have invested a lot, and they are not going to change mind because they are doing it for their G. If I get chief of government, belief system that comes with it, it's not something you can push away by campaigning. No, you can't. You are talking about checkpoint after criticizing Mazi Namagan. Then what do you think that made Mazi Namagan to even come out and begin to cry out and try to create awareness? Ibuli sipo get that. After criticizing Mazakano, you're not shedding tears of what Mazakano have already condemned and talked about. So you want us to still go back to join you and start learning what you have already learned? Yeah, we already know the outcome of the whole thing. The result is already, we know what is playing out. Just because you are not here when we are playing, when you are learning from Mazakano about the reason why this is the way it is now. You just jump out. This of you to calm down, to hear from people that have been here, that have passed through this lecture from Mazakano. All you could do is to criticize Mazakano, labeling him what people that you want to cry about are calling him. Now you are not talking about, oh, you see that checkpoint is not even in the Yoruba land. Go there. Yes, of course, it's not in Yoruba land because they are not part of you. But you are beating their drum to justify their existence and their agenda. Hear her again, please. It's so annoying. I'm saying it not only her. Many of you listening to or gonna watch the video later actually like this. You are waiting for your own time to begin to yap and begin to act your own abnormal way. Everybody is waiting for their own time. It's a lie. Yoruba land is very highly vulnerable. Anybody tell you she's just lying? Yoruba land is very, very vulnerable. The story has is that even in Kwara State, during the time of Obasanjo called OPC to protect Kwara. Yoruba was like, Fulani was like, really? They found face and they told Obasanjo send OPC back because of his political career. Typical Christian politicians. That's how they behave. Had Obasanjo allowed OPC to protect Kwara State then, what is going on now would have been, he would not hear it now. But he used his political power and stopped OPC and allow Kwara State the open door for Fulani to take, because you actually want to make sure that whatever that will jeopardize his vote, second tenor, okay, will not be allowed. You know, that kind of thing. He sacrificed Kwara State, just like Afonso did in the past, for his own political gain. Exactly what all the governors are doing now. Because of they actually know that the youth, BIAFRA is, all of them from it, they know. I don't know Igbo people. You think they don't know? They know. But the thing is that, nah, black people come if I mention my political career will just go like that. No, I have to prove that I'm, as a statesman, I have to prove that this state belongs to all of us. And doing so, I have to allow free movement. All those poor people going to farmland, they need to be careful, and God's willing, they are not going to be a victim. Once they're a victim, oh, it is nature, the circumstances like this, governor cannot do anything. We can only do what we can do. Let us just give press release. And after press release, how many children did the woman born? Okay, 4. Okay, 1 is going to give you free education. It blows where the guide me. Mezo Maka motherless. And that's all. That is the mindset of the governors. 1, you cannot satisfy their want. Even if you allow them to continue doing that first tenure, the 4 years, right? They also want to come again as a governor. And if you give them again after the other one, they also want to go to Senate. After Senate, they also want to become minister, something like that, or vice president or president. You can never satisfy them. And after them, the children that my first son also want to contest as governor of my state. Do you know who I am? Do you know why? So they keep on recycling the same thing. That is not the problem. And seeing people who are like Ikenga, he want to be like them. One day now they will call him because all this, you think that what he's doing now is not paying off. Listen, Ikenga is building his political career. As long as you want to grow in Nigeria, that is the way to go. Don't care about the death of anybody. The human, anybody dying is just like, Titus fish, you just pack them, put them in freezer, use it, and that's all. Life goes on. After all, Mike and I'll now more work on first. That is number 1. And you have to do it to your own people so that you will not say, wow, we are looking a slave, but we want this class of a slave that don't care. Those ruthless slave. You own a slaverism is paying off. That's exactly what they are looking up to. Once you can show it to them, believe in me, you see young Babana, you can feel that on build the studio. Very soon after on build the on radio station. You're not gonna understand. You have to show that Ozundi format doesn't matter anything. If you can be able to do that, or many of you watching, listen to me now. If you have the chance, you even do more than that. To stop it is the reason why I decided to talk about this here on this live stream. So I want to hear from you. What do you think should be the way to stop this nonsense? I am coming to that by sending my link very soon. Listen to why.
Ndị gọvanọ anyị na Nnamdi Kanu gidi ndị gọvanọ nwere iberibe ga-akpọbata ndị amị kpọbatazie jihad na-akpọbata tọọrọ ha ute. Achọrọ m ịjụ ndị Igbo anyị ajụjụ. South East na-enweghị nsogbu nọ na ya kpọtara ndị amị chikwe n'okpuru kpọbatazi asarị dịka Igbo anụrụ mana asara iwu onye Muslim ha wee bịa hụ na ha ga-enidu onye ga na-ekwu okwu to create tension. Ha again no with Simon Ekpa and ndị gọvanọ ya aka ha nọ n'ibuild Simon Ekpa. Dave Umahi pụtara na TV kwuo na ya ga-ebuild parallel IPOB ya build kwe na ya. Anyị ma na ihe Simon nọ n'obodo oyibo na-ekwu asị dịkịpọ nọ ebe a na-egbu. Ama m ahụhụ m tara gbagharịa chiwe mkpu anyị lite chige vigilante. Igbo niile ihe m na-agwa ụnụ na-awụ na ọka ha ekenyere adịghị ha ma achọla ibidokwa another round of vigilante, another round of insecurity. Na ihe a na-aga enwe part 2. Na part 2 okwu a m na-ekwu m ga-akpọrọ ụnụ vidio Ngozi Orabaeze o mekwele insight again ndị otu ha o meone ha insight again just like Simon Ekpa otu a ka o si bido like joke asụsụ anyị na South East. Enwere ihe gọvanọ kwuru ọ sị na ọnwụ na ya agba m ga-eri na-eripit ihe nke ụnụ ma ebe m na-aga ọnwụ na ya ama na a ga-azụtanwu ndị Igbo n'ụdị a na ya gadere ego niile ya jiwa ego ngwa ya gara agwa ego n'ala Igbo. Ihe m na-agwa ụnụ na-awụ na federal gọọmenti dọwara ego maka federal gọọmenti anyị wụ ha na fund this jihad and investigation ejile na aka ha nọ na ya. They started it. Now ọgụ a now nọzi between ụnụ gaa na social media na ụnụ ga-ahụ ihe na-ekwu na social media. Ọ wụzi enweziri ọgụ a na-alụ na South East ndị otu Nnamdi Kanu na Nnamdi Kanu wu onye isi Simon Ekpa owu onye isi IPOB o ketala 100 men. Igbo bụ Igbo ọ dịka ole mgbe anyị ga-asapa anya leba anya na Nnamdi Kanu na ihe.
Okay. For those of you that don't understand, I started by telling you that it is always good for you to be sure of what you are saying before you voice out. Very, very, you need to be very, very sure about it. This woman in 2026 is still telling that Simon Ekpa is working for government. Even people that contracted you, why is it pineapple? They will be shocked. They will say, they will be like, why, madam, you are, we know that you are stupid, but we don't know that you are this stupid. So in 2026, you still believe that Simon Ekpa is a government agent. I don't want to say this is just to tell you the level of idiocy from this wire. You know, anything is possible.
Ekele m ụnụ ọlọlọ Nneka Chimezie na-ekwu anyị na-ewetakwara ụnụ ọnọdụ Igbo. Ndị be anyị ụnụ le anya na nke na-ekwe n'ikpeazụ a bụ na lọlọ Nneka Chimezie na-akparị Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. I will say it 100 and a million times. Ana m akparị Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Nwa mgbe m ji akparị Maazị Nnamdi Kanu kama na mụnwa na-eme insist na Maazị Nnamdi Kanu agaghị agwa eze onye agwala m onye isi na-achụ ihe dịka IPOB na agaghị enye ya ndụmọdụ, agaghị agwa ya lekwe ihe na-emebi ya mara ihe ọ ga-eme ya. Onye ọbụla wụ onye Igbo gaa na my live, gaa na my videos, ọ nọ na my platform, ihe niile m kwuru sanọjọ na anọ ndị asa wepụta kene na ebe nwaanyị anọ kparị Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Onye ọbụla ma m n'ala Igbo, and onye ọbụla ma m n'ala Igbo unu ma ihe unu ji mara m, na m bịazi na-chọpụtazie na ndị iro ji na-abata na-emebisi ihe wụ ihe gbasara Maazị Nnamdi Kanu na ndị otu ya. Ndị achọpụta na Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ekirietọla otu atọ. One wụ IPOB nke anyị ma ama, and all this IPOB wụ otu bildụrụ ya na ndị Igbo ma. Anọkata anyị nụ nke wụ Simon Ekpa nke anyị believe today na ọha maka a na-eyi uzu werezie na blackmail the struggle. And somebody apụtago confirm na federal government nyere ya ego asarị awa ya maka eji eme jihad, and anyị kwesịrị ịghọta na jihad na-eme ụgbọghachi from Iran na-agbadata ha na fund ya nnukwu ego, so ha co-opt go ụmụ anyị into it, and ụmụ anyị anyị co-opt wo how to blackmail IPOB ka enwee ndị ha na ndị
onye a na-akọ ife ọmakwana Chinasa Owolu bụkwa na ọ nọkwa na Kuwait okwu oge ọ na-eme ka ịmụgosi ndị banyị ka esi enyi ozu shapali na ya fọwụ ichenji culture and all that. Onye a na-ekwu ife amakwada na asarị na nwunye na Nnamdi Kanu ndị kpọrọ ya ọrụ kwa 5 and 6 ọ dịkwu side nke ahụ na asarị na nwunye ebe na-ekwu ife asarị confess go o kwukwere maka ya ka fasụrụ emiti ya nakwa ege ntị.
IPOB ga na-alụ ọgụ ka ha chịrị n'okpuru na-eme ihe ha na-eme, which is exactly what happened na South East. Ndị ụgbana na-achọ ka mbi ure Maazị Nnamdi Kanu aka hụbeghị m ebe mmadụ na-ekiri etucha a group, highly successful group. You can liken IPOB to ANC ndị South Africa ji wee nweta nnwere onwe, and ilekwa anya their mode operandi ọkwa the same thing, the same movement ka ihe ahụ. So mana ihe dịzi iche wụ na
iti nke gị na ife ya na ife alara nne m ịbụ Jesus ịwụchala onwe gị na ebe a mana ị mara I don't blame you because na ị ga-ama n'aka gị na aga egbe before ị na-afụkwa comparison ebikonu link m apụtago maka ndị chọrọ ịma ya n'ife anyị kwu maka ya. Let's continue. Hear her again.
Mandela the more connected and coordinated with ndị otu ya, mana m ga na-eleje anya dịka Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ihe niile problem oshi ya n'aka na-apụta ọmụma or mistake I don't know. Njakọ law his attention. Ndị be anyị biko lee na attention m Nnamdi Kanu m kọlụrụ ya wụọ mkparị. Number 1, Nnamdi Kanu nwere ndị otu ya. IPOB nọ over 190 something countries. Ha nwere leadership wụ DOS. All quote build Nnamdi Kanu to what he is today. So mgbe ọ nọ na nga
because I hate this kind of statement. DOS was formed when, please? Was not around 2015? It should be 2015 or 2016. Master Kanu have already started broadcasting before then, even traveling from place to place. And there's no way you would tell me that Chike Dozeme was the first leader since that time. Now, before you praise IPOB DOS, can you just outline IPOB DOS, not IPOB, DOS achievements since the creation of DOS? Mention number 1, achievement number 2, achievement number. Then I will not mention, what they have not achieved or their flop. One by one, I will call it out for you. So what am I even saying? A woman that cannot even, you can't even, it's in a shop na family na fabo kabongo. A shop na emi give W and off.
Definitely, ndị otu ahụ will take over. Maazị Nnamdi Kanu no nga ma point Simon Ekpa. Okwu Simon I would a member of.
This is another lie, and you are being deceived. People that rubbish you, you see those people that contacted you or contract you, they are your greatest enemy before you recover from them. Okay, please, the link is out. And once after this video, I'm gonna wind down instantly. If nobody join me, I will wind down sharply.
IPOB, Simon Adokra. bido Biafra liberation and all that. The only problem at the akoko nke Simon Ekpa konyo ya. Owo ya kan do to Simon Ekpa no aka na ekwekekwichi because na the kind of put halo ugbo na him say we have denounce all these people. Concentrate on IPOB. Because ihe o na-eme na cause confusion ndị Russia na-ekpute biko na ihe ọwụ mkparị Igbo niile.
Now, let me just make this very clear, very easy for people to understand, because the issue of making it I have few questions. You said that Mazam Gano is one that introduced Simon Ekpa, and Simon Ekpa started opening door for Ndilo Ibata. Now, was Simon Ekpa, was he here when Mazam Gano's home was invaded? Has Mazam Gano introduced Simon Ekpa before his home was invaded? Yes or no? When the Ekpa people in Aba Primary School, was Simon Ekpa there? Has Mazam Gano introduced Simon Ekpa? Since introduction of Simon Ekpa is the problem, right? Which he did not introduce Simon Ekpa as his deputy or anything. He said that France go to Simon Ekpa. He's doing a very fantastic job. He's bringing a new dimension. In the same video, he said, go and listen to Mayegu Diary. He said Mayegu is doing good. He mentioned Mayegu. He mentioned all that media platform that he could remember at that point in time. But when he when he mentioned Simon Ekpa, he said, follow him. He's bringing a new dimension. That's how you know how he put how he mentions Simon Ekpa's own. Why does that Simon Ekpa's own, is the way it is today, and people are using it and all that? Because Simon Ekpa did not just fold hand and said, "Oh, Mas Oyedu have recognized me like he recognized other people, and therefore I should just be, I should go underground." It was not that Mazaganos recognized him alone that made people to pay more attention on him and love him, but he was living up to the expectation. Others don't. As simple as that. Even if, let me tell you, even if Simon Ekpa, PM Mazaganos did not say that thing, people would have followed him. Now, people, even if Simon Ekpa, Biafran Prime Minister, have not even talked to Mazam Gano, and in Mazam Gano's absence, he began to do what he did, people will follow him. You hate him because you don't know him. That's not the fact. You don't know him.
Because onye ọbụla ga-apụtasị a ga-elid ndị Igbo, ị gaghị adịrị dị ka agwa gị okwu, enwe onye hụrụ ihe na-aga wrong, agwa gị okwu, ajala elid anyị ọwụtụ by force.
How about the guy? Come and lead us now. That's another thing. We have so many people like this. So they will be telling you what leaders should not do and how to lead. Since you know all those things, why can't you step into the equation and lead? They don't want. They don't want. Listen again.
Tunumbu today, and when I'm watching complain or cause Trump, ndo tia na complain ko sedre ha. Na mpota complain na lekwi hem na ho mazi nam de kala na ndi niile na emebisi ihe na take root from you. Ya wo na akpadale dike eji mo here na agwo onye obula wo onye Igbo. Okachasị ndị nọ na diaspora. Onye ekwepole ka ihe a na-eme lọọ na obi mmiri. Maka ọ ya wo the plan. Ka akọjọ unu obi. Ka ọnụ shinai pop pụsha, ka ọnụ kwụsị dị na-atọ ụtọ. Ihe ọbụla whatever plan a na-eme ugbu a ka emebise ihe na-eme na IPOB. So ejike mahara na-agwa Igbo niile na-enwe ha mkparị ọbụla m na-akparị Nnamdi Kanu, mana m ga na-arụkwa aka ebe m na-arụ aka na mmadụ anaghị ebi udu mebise. Nnamdi Kanu nwere IPOB bilduru ya na IPOB agaghị ebi udocha Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Maazị Nnamdi Kanu abịazi destroy ya otu bilduru ya. Ofu onye ndị aka ọha.
You don't have any right. Not even one. You don't have any right to question Mazam Gano whatever he wants to do with IPOB. Who are you? Who are you to even talk? Come on. Blessed. Also blessed.
N'ihe m na-ekwu n'ụbọchị nke taa Maazị Nnamdi Kanu na ndị niile na-ere ezigharị na-enye IPOB nsogbu na-enye anyị nwa bụ ndị Igbo nsogbu. Na ngị biko pụta bịa disassociate onwe from ndị autopilot. Na ndị awụ ndị na-egbusisi ndị mmadụ n'ụlọ. Ọwụrụ mkparị ndị autopilot amapụtasịa. Chọwazie ihe ha ga-eji blackmail m ha hụ ha sị na akparịala Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Wee na-agwa Igbo niile na ma akparị ha Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Ihe a na mere ga-enwe part 2 ka m kpọziere unu ndị a wụpụtachiri ụgbọ asị na ọha 100 men. Ihe ha kwugasị na ha gwara Maazị Nnamdi Kanu na mbụ. Then wee challenge ha ndị DOS ha na-asị ka achịfuchie. Enwe nke those people kwuru ha mee ka ịnwa bụ ndị Igbo nọ ndị a na-awụ ndị akwụrụ ụgwọ ka ha mebichie IPOB mebie ihe a na-eme ha ga-agbakwa ego onwe ha na ahụ Nnamdi Kanu were na-eme ihe ha na-eme maka ha ma na ọ bụ na Maazị Nnamdi Kanu pụta ụgbọ na-adị na nso ha ihe ha na-eme ayasala so Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ga-apụta.
That is something that you do. That's where you are getting it all wrong. But I'm not going to say anything. The thing is that the idea of having a system them back, I'm not interested. If you can't cause in a cover, if I'm about jam bene. But their part, the part that they are not fun negotiating them mad, not that negotiating them mad. If you ask me, this woman need to explain more. She needs to be questioned about it. But they buy already for many things. That's just the fact. Anyway, we're gonna end it here. Thank you so much for your time. Although I have our brother here. Let's hear from you then. I will now wind down. Thank you so much. I'll mute your mic.
Okay. Good evening, sir. May God bless you immensely. And
you too.
The work of your hand will never die.
Yes, sir.
And nothing enter your hand will die in your hand.
Yes, sir.
Anything that enter your hand will always be a success and a better result.
Yes, sir.
And one thing you must understand that it is a blessing and it's also a gift. My prayer for you is that even if there is anything that is condemned and is dead, unworkable, but the moment that thing enter your hand, the moment to come across that thing that is not workable will start to work.
Yes, sir.
It is a grace and also a gift and a prayer. I want to thank all our brethren, our brothers and sisters, every genuine Biafrans all over the world. You are hearing the voice of Igede's son from the land of Igede. I want to thank all of you for your resilience and the great work you all have been doing diligently. Okay, we never allow you to be put to shame.
Yes, sir.
I want to also thank our honorable DPM, Dr. Ngozi Orabeze. Indeed, Bible says that when the righteous ones are in authority, the people around will begin to rejoice.
Yes, sir.
When the wicked one is on the throne, people suffer.
Yes, sir.
And when the righteous is dethroned, and when the unrighteous dethrone and the righteous enthroned, atmosphere change everywhere. All the premises, all around become conducive for the common to do what? To live freely. And ever since the declaration of USB, United States of Biafra today, there are so many things going on, both in and out, that the eyes of the enemy have seen, and they can no longer withstand it. They have to enter inside their drawing board to either plan A has failed them, plan B might have failed them, plan C may have failed them, plan D may have failed them, plan E may have failed them, and they now want to draw the plan F, which is their last hope. It can only be God in heaven. The name of our Mazonian to say, Nnamdi, my Redeemer liveth. The Redeemer, our Redeemer liveth as long as USB government is concerned. That is the reason why what the enemy have used their eye to see is not something they can open their mouth and say before the public, because if they say it, it's like giving the credit to the what? To the USB government or to our people. So I want to thank our DPM. May Okike continue to release his mighty hand of protection, envelop her and incubate her, preserve her and her entire household. Any evil movement they are making after her, both secretly and openly, God will continue to disappoint all of them. And let God preserve all the cabinet members, all the top hierarchy in USD government. May God preserve them. May God take away the urge of compromise. Any urge of compromise, may God take it away off from them, and then make them to have the hunger to pursue that which they are pursuing, and then to see the end of it with a good result. I also want to thank our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who have refused to give up in the dungeon, who have refused to give up in that prison in Sokoto. I want to also thank our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, who have said, even when they asked her, he said, whatever it takes him to bring out the Biafra, even if it is to turn to become a beast, he said he will turn. Even when they asked him, what if this thing lead to prison, or what if you send to Jordan, he said he don't care. That is a voice of a true leader, a voice of a true freedom fighter. It can only be a true freedom fighter that can come out and say, whatever it will take me to bring this, I am ready for it. Openly before the whole world. He knew somehow a day like that might come. So I want to thank him especially for his stand and his consistency and what he promised Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that he's going to bring on the table. Indeed, that which he promised, he has brought it on the table. That is why we see reason today. That is the reason why we have something to say today. May Okike bless him and his family. And then, Mazi, I also want to thank our people once again before I further. I want to thank our people by the grace of God. The burial of my mother, my late mother, has been concluded on 17th, which is on Friday. It was successful by His grace, and I want to thank you specially. I want to thank you specially. You know, within on Sunday today, some people that came were like asking me, how did I manage to rally around and then to pull this thing despite my condition? I have to take advantage of it that it is because of the family where I belong. A lot of them ask me which of the family. I told them when I was talking about Biafra with you people, you thought it was a joke. It wasn't a joke. These people that you are seeing today, that come to my rescue, and that is why this very hold today. They were like a lot of them. I started from there, narrating, gisting them to the story of Biafra, discussing our Ojuku, about Ojuku, from Ojuku to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, from Mazi to Mazi Simon Ekpa, from Mazi Simon Ekpa, Dr. Ngozi Oraveze, and where it landed us today. I was gisting them when they came, were like asking me. So you can imagine, some of them we are waiting for them to laugh me. What of them we are waiting for say, you did not plan, you just come out and do something which is a shame. They want to look for what to say, but today God will use all of you to back me up, and they shut down the mouth of our enemies. I want to thank all of you. Anywhere you put your hand to bring out the one you used to support me to make sure that this barrier hold, may that your pocket never run dry. Anywhere you put your hand, may your bank account never run dry. As many of you that are looking up to something bigger than what you are doing, because of this action you have taken, OKK, we grant you that request, and you will not suffer to get that bigger one in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiama.
Yes, sir.
Maazi Kelenna, Apostle Peter says, silver and gold I have none, but the one I have is the one he released. Silver and gold I have none to give to you, but I owe you steady prayer. I have made you my topic in my prayer. I have made you one of the subject in my as my prayer point, and with your entire family. That is what I owe you, and I have entered it as a covenant that I will not fail, and I have never failed since the day I entered that covenant. I have been putting you in prayer and your family. Whatever I have given to you, take it is from the bottom of my heart and with my children. I want to thank you so much. You have become my mouthpiece. You are the reason why some of our brethren come out in mass, come out and then run to my aid. And today, God has put a smile on my face. Today, the burden have been lifted off from me. It is because of you. Without your involvement, I don't think it will get ahead. Thank you so much, sir. And all our brethren, our brothers and sisters that reach out to me in one way or the other through Mazikai report, oh, Milky can never allow you to suffer. In fact, the heavy load the way they prepare for you to carry, may your enemy use that, may God force your enemy to carry that evil load they want you to carry. I also pray for all the people who run to my aid in one way or the other, who did not keep quiet the moment you hear my cry. I also pray for you. The gallows where they set on that day for Naaman to hang, for the Mordecai to be hanged, all of a sudden, due to God, the Mordecai is a man who put his trust in God. And Naaman went and set up a gallows, boasting that he is going to be the Mordecai that will be hanged. And on that faithful day, whom the king delight to honor, all of a sudden, he that set up the gallows turn around and then hang him. The same fate shall be upon your enemy that setting trap for you to fall in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiama. May your pocket never run dry. May your bank account never run dry. When you call God once, he will answer you 10 times. Thank you very, very much for your favor, for your assistance, for encouraging me. I like words and I like what I will say. So may God bless all of you for me. Thank you so much. And without wasting much of our time, Maazi Kelenna, you see this woman that you are seeing, it's like she's speaking the language of Nigeria. Onyendu said, any day you are doing that something that is right, or you are embarking on a journey that will bear fruit or bring better results, and any day Nigeria come out and say, that road where they follow, there is no road today. When you hear them begin to lament over that road, know, say that when you embark on that road, that which you are looking for, you will get it there. That is what Onyendu say. And any day you are meant to follow that road, you say, okay, let me leave the following the road. The moment you decide not to follow that road, they will come out on the social media, they begin to praise you that you did well. And any day Nigeria government begin to praise you that you do well, you have done like this, know very well that you have not done it right. That is exactly what you are seeing this woman coming out to cry. The woman is coming out to cry. The one thing that I keep asking that woman, when did she start to follow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? When did she start to join Biafra struggle? Where was Nneka? Since 2012 till date, where was Nneka? Because DOS don't have any other place to run to, don't have any other shelter again. They have to look for somebody they will use. Why? My people, the truth of the matter is that when you hear them speaking the way they're speaking, you will think that they have your interests at heart. But by their fruit, you shall know them. Somebody who look at her leader and boldly call him names, who did not regard him as an anything. If you actually love your leader, this woman cannot open her mouth and be undermining the authority of Onyendo. Who is that woman to challenge Onyendo? Somebody that is not up to quarter of the shoe of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. She is the one coming to call him name because of the money. If she's under pressure and they have given her assignment to carry out, that assignment is dead on arrival. Onyendo is the Allah, the grand. You know the fee carry grand. You know go fee carry grand. So if they send him to come and carry Biafra, Biafra is the earth. You know go fee carry him. The assignment they give that woman, I advise her, if she want to live long to enjoy the fruit of her labor, let her renounce and reject all their offer and cancel and reject it. A time is coming, that which they have given, she swallow. That thing will hook her on her throat. She might not be able to swallow it again, finish. So all these things she's saying carry no weight at all at all. And everything you are seeing that woman saying does not have any meaning, has any effect to USB government. So Onyendo is where he is. Nobody can change him. When you hear them going to lament before him, and one thing about Onyendo, there was a broadcast of Onyendo. Onyendo said there was a time that he wanted to bring Mazi Simon Ekpa in. They started, okay, it was our PM that said it. They started shouting, don't go. And Onyendo was like, why are those people, almost all of them, against Simon Ekpa? I need to find out by myself. Before now, Onyendo has already found out the type of person that Simon Ekpa is. Going there to shout and say, let Mazi Nnamdi Kanu denounce Simon Ekpa. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot do it. Do you know why? Oroma characha ka a na-atụ okwute. Onye a na-ekwu maka ya nwere ihe ọ na-eme. Maazị ka n'obi so ọrịa. Onye a na-ekwu nwere ihe ọ na-eme. So if Maazị Simon Ekpa is not doing something in line together with what Onyendo is doing, they will not be talking. And that which Simon Ekpa was doing is affecting Nigeria government. And you see all those Nigeria government agents going up and down. Some of them have gone to them personally, say, I can do the job. Give me the assignment. I can find this one. I can find this one. But I can assure you, they have tried their best. They don't get any better result. Nigeria government have been pressurizing them. The more they try, they are not getting any result. That is one of those things you are seeing them lamenting. Because they are doing all those things, lamenting over and over, because it is game over for them. So let them continue to lament. And why the USB government remain focused on what they are doing? Because one with God is majority. Chukwu Okike Abiama is with the entire USB government, both every nook and crannies is with them. So whatever you see them doing today, and again, my advice to our people, let us trash away emotion aside. Let us trash away emotion aside, because the level USB government DPM is operating now is a level of extraordinary mental toughness. That is what she's operating now. So there is nothing you bring in the social media out of emotion, the one you do or you say out of emotion that moves her. You cannot move her when she don't want to move. She can only move when they decide to move. That is what is called extra mental toughness that we are talking about. Some of them want to bring emotional this thing to social media in order to pull her when she's not ready to move. It will not work for them. So Adebu Alebu. So that is just that. So Mazikai report. May God in heaven continue to replenish you, bless you, continue to increase more wisdom, continue to increase more grace, increase more knowledge to pilot the affairs of this United States of Biafra judiciously and righteously. Thank you very, very much for your standing tall to this very moment. Continue to hold ground as you have been holding ground up to this moment independently. Thank you and God bless you, sir.
Thank you. God bless you, sir. Thank you. You get us on. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm humble. I'm humble.
Congratulations for everything. I don't want to say you're sorry for the loss of your mom because you have, at least for stepping up to the occasion and making sure that everything went fine.
Yes.
Thank God, you're a man. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I'm grateful. Yeah.
Ocean Master, you're welcome. I thought I saw Luchua God just now. I greet you, sir. There was.
Everyone, there were our brother that talks now, Igedeson. I said amen to your prayers. And then and done. No.
Yeah.
You prayed well, and people like you always receive good, because once you learn how to appreciate, it will always get better. Thank you, and thank God for the wonderful thing you have done. At least one of the burden have been solved. We thank God for that, and we move from there. Mazi, is that Greg or Oluchiwago? Okay, I greet you. Mazi Kai. Anyway, let me allow Oluchiwago to speak before I will come back. But
we have evangelist Louis. So after that,
okay. Okay, let the evangelist go on.
I know last. No, so all of one Evangelist Louis, deep clean. Let's hear from you.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Mazekai.
And there, oh my
good
brother.
Evening. All genuine Biafrans. Ndị ihe ọma na-adị mma. Ndị eziokwu na-adị mma. Emere ọwụ mmadụ niile ka eziokwu na-adị mma na ntị.
Ọ na-awe ndị ọ na-asa afọ na.
Mba na ebe ọbụla ị hụrụ ya na-ekwu eziokwu. People ada na-ebe ahụ. Naanị ndị na ebe ahụ ndị kwere na dị eziokwu. Because sọsọ eziokwu ahụ ga-eme gị pụọ n'oru. Ma afọ ịhụ na oru a na-agwa gị oru sabo. Day before yesterday, ndị mmadụ nọ n'ọfịs ma onye ọbụla na-eti na-achị. Sị m na everyday ọzi sọsọ abịa n'ọfịs m sọsọ program ihe na-anọ n'ọfịs m all the time from morning to nke nne gecha mbatakwa. So people are na-aba sị na because since ị ma na norm ya na dịka nsi kọwara gị mụ na ihe nọ na ọ na-agbagharị. So but I na-follow the thing up. I'm so happy to all Ọdịgo solved. Chukwu nyere anyị ịma na ụmụ Igbo ebe ọbụla anyị nọ Chukwu na-enye anyị amamihe otu ọbụla o sikwa dị anyị asọ ya. So yesterday anọ nọ n'anya moto mgbe ekwuru okwu gbasara this guy nọ na Canada. So ihe m chọburu itinye that time, yes, ihe m chọburu itinye that time wụna because asị mgbe let me add something. Ọ bụ na ọ ya dry possible paste number because some of us ama number enwere ike ije nweta ndị Canada ahụ straight dere ha ihe and enwekwana otu a ga-esi post ya na the platform without you take your permission. You got that? So ihe nọ na add yesterday if ọ ya dị possible ewepụta the particular number ga wee were ya dere ndị a ihe na ha ọ ga-erute ha aka ọfụma. I paste the number onye ọbụla edepụ ya once because
if mebo suggestion in our all the government will get pick care up. I cannot encourage anybody now. My boss that there I know before we to me for not like it. So I just made a suggestion that all them government will pick it. What are my point? So
always here na handle any officers. We can now follow from there, right?
Government I my block back by I was saying government
and we catch one da bomba to bomba. Oh, kwa ihe mkwere na ihe a na-eme. Ekwekwa m na forgiveness so. Ema na ihe awụ ihe m na-ekwu since people na ada mere and I like him. Ema na okum na wo asino ada asindo ebido n'ishi ihe emebie. So onye ahụ ji aka ya ijiri aka gị gbaka ute gị erahụ na anị ọ na-awụ ọwụ ịbịa gbaka ute gị ịchọzie ka ị were ute onye ọzọ because time ga-eru kịta ha niile ga-alaghachikwa. Ọkwa ịhụ ihe a na-ekwugharị kịta obere oge ụfụ ha n'anya agbakwa ha TV a na-agba ha na eji election obi nwanne ha eji na-arụ gị ha ji na-akash out ha kash ana out kịta isi ajụọ ha oyi ha chọzie abịarịwa aka chọ ebe a ya ebido aka ịhụ ha niile achọwazie ka ha mabata enwere ike elishi enwere ike data ma ga-ekwezi ka anyị na otu anyị na maazị Kai na-ekwu okwu very easy enwere ike data ma ya ekwezi anyị na ịhụzi maazị Kai akwọ na line so ọ ya aka mma ka ewere aka kịta ewere aka na-eto
gọọmenti
ana m anọ n'okpuru olugbu na
ndị be anyị nọ na Canada may know a better way to handle that. So like that suggestion does not mean that I'm stamp but ndị nọ na Canada ndị be anyị nọ na Canada
lee ihe mere ihe a ji wute m ọ bụ na ihe awụ n'obodo a nọ kịta ama m na ma onwe ihe ọzọ dịka last 2 weeks onwe journalist arụrụ ọrụ n'ọfịs m ịghọta ọ bụ na ọsaid a nọ kịta mụ a ga-eji aka m buru ya gbadaa because ọ bụ na those people lee ihe mmadụ ji ọnụ ya kwuo kọmọn be ya be nna ya nke ahụ godi nke na-afọ m ọfụ be nna ya ka a na-azọ ndụ ọ dị proud na-eme ọnụ n'ọya nwa ịghọta na-eteki the credit
with the gray hair
with nka niile na-abịa n'ihu the issue bụ na ọma na ọ na-aka nka okenye na-agwa ụfọdụ ya ka ọma ihe ọ na-eme kịta na ka m gwa onwe ihe na-ada ekwu ndị niile na abroad wo nkwuo asị na okwu m adị mma onye ọbụla na abroad otu a nọ kịta anọ m abroad na ọ na-atọ m ụtọ m na-ekwu everyday anọ m abroad na ọ na-atọ m ụtọ nwe ihe m na-ebe eme I need to go home tọwụgodo bere ka m lụtara ebe ahụ is something for me na anọ na be nna m now ifuzi onwe gị abroad ajụọ ha etinye na ha wụ dọkịta ha wụ nka saghazie ọnụ na-eme ihe ọjọọ na-eme ihe na-enwe benefit because ịpụta kịta na ajụgodo onwe gị ka ihe a na-eme kịta na ka ihe wụ the benefit enwe ajụ onye ndu nọ na jụrụ mmadụ si ha na maka na ọwụ na ịkwụrụ na iburu moto gị buru ụmụ gị na moto ha garacha ice cream na-abata ịhụ nwa onye ọzọ ka o bu mmiri na ọ na-ero na-ere mmiri ahụ ka otu oge si adị gị n'obi ihe awụ ihe ha niile nwe onye na-consider ya nobody is considering it na be nna ya gogogo be nna ya ka a sị gị na nwoke ibe gị ịtọrọ atọ ịmụrụ amụ n'azụ unu ndụ ịdị proud to God otu ihe a si na-asụ nke mgbe ya si dị na-asụ m ka ya jishi ike
ọ bụ na a na-emezi ngozi gị my own self ị ga-azị ka report na wow I'm just telling you na na-ekwu ya chọọchị abụrụ na baba ewute m kama na ka ịgwa ife mmemme ịghọtago ka efe ige ndị be anyị dị ịma ife ndị nke na-amalụ ife ama ndị nke na-amalụ ife na ka enwe nnukwu voice amaghị ife na-amalụ
that's the problem ha sị na ihe mere onye ọ dị nka side a mana meeting enwe nke m nọ mgbe ahụ agha sara ihe gbasara Biafra na nnukwu ụlọ dịka nsi gbaga enwezi ihe jikọrọ m na ihe gbasara IPOB ahụ because mgbe ahụ abanyere autopilot alụ ọgụ ahụ alụrụ n'elu ngo ndị si niile ha bụ ndị autopilot ha eburu so m larie fisi ahụ ruo today onwe mmadụ dị ndụ n'obodo a kịta ya abụọ pụta ikwuru okwu Simon bịa na akụm mee ege ntị one wụ na ego anyị pụtara wit onwe ya tinye ndụ ya tinye karịa ya tinye everything now gị nwa na onwe gị na be nna gị ịkpọrọ onwe gị dọkịta kpọọ onwe gị nke akpọkwa onwe gị nke ndị niile mere Biafra jiri ahụ nwetawo ndị niile gara skuulu n'ala Igbo 60% of them ọ ha dewere Igbo politician Igbo kenyi dị ka Igbo Congress Hanine wona Nnamdi Kanu no ebe ono kita because ọ wona hanine boy dị aja n'ukwu amanye ruole ebe anyị na-aga but nsogbu adị ihe nwere ikwu bụ na iwe wenu na-etekela m time na-agba okwu okirikiri so ofu okwu nwere ikwu ebe a wona esi ọbụla emegidere ihe akpọpụta ekwute mmadụ na a ga-agbaghara onye ahụ saịdị ahụ bụ ebe a na-achọ m okwu onye mara ihe ọma ya mee ekwe ma ihe ahụ i bidoro ime menwe ya metọpụ n'isi nwaanyị isi ọcha nọ na-akpọ kọlụ ụbọchị a na-akpọ na ọ na-achụ ndị ha akịrị fon ya a na-ajụ ya ajụjụ na-agba oke okirikiri maazị ka anyị nwekwara time voice ndị tinyere gị ama m igebe ya maazị ka anyị nwere time ifoloro nnọọ nwaanyị a enwe ya hụ na mmadụ ji aka ya kpụrụ were ntụ wuo onwe ya wugide onwe ya wụcha onwe ya kpaa na bụrụzie ntụ na onwe ya na-ajụzi onye kpọrọ ya ntụ nna biko alaikere lebụ ihe a na-aga kịta na alaikere m ya onye ọbụla jizi aka ya ihe enwere mmiri iji aka gị wuo onwe gị ka ijizi aka gị na-ahụ ya n'ihu gị face to face na ihe a na-ebigara kịta aka ka a na-ebigharịzi onwezi ihe ọzọ fọrọ
Thank you so much.
Udo dịrị unu ọ dị Jenu Biafra this week ya mara anyị niile mma eketara anyị ihe ọma orie egheretara anyị ihe ọma afọ na nkwọ ọ ya dịrị anyị na mma n'izu a the whole Jenu Biafra ihe niile anyị bụ n'obi anyị nọ n'iro na-achọ anyị achọtachi ya
ise ọ ga-adịrị gị na mma too. Thank you so much.
Daalụ.
All right. God.
Okay.
I like Amata.
How vocation can one negotiate? So,
no deal. Welcome, sir.
Issue Jude, but I'm the program. I just feel like I'm sure myself, but I want anything because can we not no. I'm just sure.
Video publish earlier today. Maka post maka ndị
okay, ahụ go me. Yeah, I've seen it. Ahụ go me.
Na ndị ọdịka ọ dịfa ike nguru agụ na ndị otufa ka nakwa amaghịsị ọnụ n'okwu na-ekwu ka o so wela afa so ịgwa gị eziokwu ngwa I suppose imebe ebe nna aga because those things ọ na-agụ ike ọ dị very very bad ọ na-agụ ike mmadụ ị na-egbowe ya ife
Maazị amaghị m but o nwere one thing m hụrụ na-eme because achọga recognition.
Yeah.
Most of the things people name and they are getting away with it. They are not supposed to be getting away with it. There is no consequences. For all this stupidity, there is no consequence because here name and when he set it up, I say cool low down actual recognition. If not, the mother really have been emboldened.
100%.
Had to get emboldened. People say whatever they want, they get away with it. In Biafra land, I said something. I could have on a private talk with our crime. Look, Echo Stream were like a law. Anything in matter me, where politician me, one individual me, anything you go against United States, you go against government, United Biafran government, you must pay price for it. Look, in Ajuko all these northern politicians, do you see them say anything about those people neighbor anybody? On it try you got a lot to quit there. I get me your family. I got only obalaga. But they would have probably him for Ganandi. ihe m na-ahụ na ndị Igbo ọwụ na anyị akwụsịghị that kind of level of nwanne anyị ndị Igbo ndị Igbo a na-eme onwe nwanne if anyị akwụsịghị ya people will not stop taking money to do what they are doing. That is, people don't pay price for their stupidity. They come to social media, they call Ojukwu all manner of name. Ma ndị na-amụbeghị ndị na-amụghị mgbe Ojukwu declare Biafra. Ha pụtara, they call Nnamdi Kanu all manner of them, they call Simon all manner of them, they call Dr. Obeze all manner. Nwanne ha emecha ya ha nọrọ ha nọkwa na-ekwu na-aga. That is no consequences. Let me tell you, all the very, 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 very dangerous. Mmadụ na-eme ihe hụ na enwere ọdụgo taa achọghị m ịkpọ ndị a na-akụ isi n'ala onye isi ha na-akpọ aha because ha ma na history the man ịkpọ aha ha si jide gị gbuo ana onweghị onye na-akpọ aha ya. Nwanne Biafra erugo ikwu ihe na-adịghị mma for Biafra nwanne gị kwụ ụgwọ for ihe kwuru. But na people are emboldened. My governors go, my state governor, my local government chairman, zoo. Only all the Kuhoku Biafra for bad. Fulani will not recognize you. Fulani Bahejizaka ha biobo. Mbo Simon, Monaka no mgbe Simon amaham ogwuni ihe o mere mgbe o bidoro. O nwere drone, more drone ka o ji sport chebiri na Fulani nọ na the whole southeastern region. Akwe mgbe o mere that.
Yeah.
Ana mgbe o mere ihe ahụ ka ndị ama na Igbo agago another level. But today, ndị na-agbachi n'ọsọ ala achịcha n'abalị ịhụrụ the way they were marching n'Enugu n'abalị that enwedịghị ha elegedị ha anya n'azụ.
Nke Enugu sef ọ dị gị Imo State ga-aka difficult than Enugu just nke Enugu just bụzi ofe nkwụ.
Because
the level of sabotage nke Enugu dị very, very acute.
Yes, because half of ndị Enugu ọ nọkwa n'Imo, but majority of Enugu people they are Muslims. Most of them
ndị na-convert n'ife abụ ndị Nsụka na
most of them na-achịcha efi. I went to Efi, I'm being honest, in Imo State, they all quite the same.
I know, I'm a
So, how do you know what Efi Hanachi? So, they like the business and they do in collaboration with these Marudas.
Yeah.
So, it's not difficult, but it's in the war. People question equal go for in her name. Oh, one year, make anybody. Ị ga-apụta onye pụta ime etikpọ akwụghị onye ke onye ahụ na ya platform ka na-ege one man from Enugu State na-eti mkpu you red cap.
Yeah.
You understand? Before you etime mkpu I etimere mkpu today. Because ndị Igbo si mgbe onye ji tete ụtụtụ ya.
Yes.
Nke Dr. Everyday Dr. Obeze na-eti na-attack the whole world. Not target the whole world. Still, you can inquire people like Okengurag happen. You say, I want to hear na corner this thing. No, Oto Shemin so Dr. Abeze. One is aqua as Obagra Boswan. Eleko Ebe Boswan. Boswan now we're here. Ota Gasona. Yeah, I say back on. They both back on us. No talk as on that, but I did not get fed here. Now consult you, Nissan. Oh, why him make it so that, but I.
You
understand? Kev here. So there is no consequences. That's why people are emboldened. Even obviously, don't go out about the bad name or black, obviously blasphemy. It was not the can equal against more blasphemy. It was not the can equal batobia or a blasphemy. But you see that you understand. Ndị na-amụbe before Ojukwu jụrụ ịzọpụta ndị be were ego na ebiri m Lagos enwere ebe na-akpọ Badagry mere ebe ịga ile across the river ị ga-ahụ ebe ụlọ nna ya nọ across the river the first man to build upstairs. Now Nigeria say, across the river. So, but when I to people that they made jest of his name.
Which man can they not have the first person upstairs?
Ojuku Naya.
Okay.
Yeah, across the river na Badagry, across. So this man was first Nigerian millionaire. But today people will be a hana boya had it. And that is, Jewuta mask guy. People do all this thing that is no consequences. They come out or they talk anyhow about Dr. Rabese. They come in there, they talk about Simon Ekpa. And he question nothing. But if this Biafra, Naige Mote, one mother question ikwu okwu. Amamotu nshepu agụm etinye ya ihe mmadụ ekwesịghị ikwu okwu no but ịhụna na people are emboldened. Look at Lord Nneka. Our man old member of IPOB Ogo Hamadike bidoro even I bidoro with the Mosop. I migrated to Hamadike. I know Bemonye Nneka before. All the whole members in there now concerned how much money how would they we know them. Ama mebe Nneka Shimaka puta. Ona agari nezuzuare na koeri. There is no consequences. Age of 4 weekend zuzu any knows they're all there wondering no buru. Mambo choya ko gugwa hani ne ma gentle agra mo n'ime moto ya gba ọkụ na moto. Double lion or something like that. All these people mention that I can't question it there. So that is why they do what they do. You're not going to pay a price for nothing. So, but like I said, according to the 21st century of doing things, but in actual recognition, but Mazikai, all na chaos, can I mean? Thank God America, man, the world that Mago who Nigeria is. Now how a terrorist nation. It's an advantage to because the more when now more na go kwa I believe in Opato Biema or Hamadikema. I believe him believe him na in your mother chance or maybe say him. Oh, you blame a ball specialist at water. So, but they want out to push it. There is now. But having said that, I'm now one. I will get the recognition. But the point of the level of sabotage is too much. Is too much. And people keep springing up every day. And the mother Nana Hammer, I assure them, give my face, assure them my face. People are not hammer that. A man had to put it. Also, I put screenshot of one them Nga bongo lota. Now me they tell you, I go bongo girl batakwa. But because
why not? Why not?
Apart from that, I'm gonna private. You get as when he say you get to why. You get to why. You get to why, my brother. So, but you see, when you are in that level of stage of life, if that's a hundred name head the opposite. Even sometimes I may wish recognition now better because this this madness must carry all the too much. Dr. Rabese na told every day na the whole foreign minister of USB and one night na basket and na and na appear give people no na sabotage all the effort. Make no na Paris here. Paris can no here. And now you know the level of thing they say. Mazika come because as ihe onye na-eme ka ekwe ji akpọ ya. Amaghị but the thing all na people don't pay me price for their stupidity kai. They will continue to constitute nuisance.
I'm telling you.
Believe all na people pay me price for what they are doing. There in Ajugo Mwegi, but how many senators should go? How many House of Reps should go? He cannot know anybody no Hausa here me for no cause story. Apart from that Lawa from Zamfara State, because onye ka no nwe na rubbish. All man ndị Ogbunigwe ma otu Nishakwa. All ndị otu they ama ha. Onye ọzọ kwuo ihe niile ọ na-ekwu a na ha akụtugo ya. O nwere mgbe mere ha ga-jiri younger brother ọ wọle. Emechakwa hapụ ya onwe ihe ha mere. But ọ wụrụ onye ọzọ ka jiri ha ga-ahapụ ya. So that is otu ihe ndị be anyị akwesị iwu na the whole Eastern region. Ụka Hassan sa is Eastern region. Inwe anwa kwuo pim nwanne gị ya aka ga-aka. So it is either na egradinala na ehi ụra ọ wụrụ ihe nwere gị rie than ịpụta na akọgheri. But amaghị but we know that there's nothing King of Kings cannot do. So
which is true.
USB government is in the right track.
Yeah.
Which that one I know very well. Every department I know. Our own side, which is the foreign affairs, how heavyweight, and I know who her name. So, my department can always be knocking at me her name. And for our own side, foreign affairs, we know how far, Adese and Uche and all of them, we know the level. These guys are not very high top, and they are not at the game, na top level. So, and we are in there. We are confident. They are leading us right. So, but ndị mmadụ ọwụ na ndị mmadụ akwụ ma bụ ụgwọ ihe ha na-eme nwanne. Ije ga-etekwa aka onye mmadụ kwesịrị na ama ihe emechi ọnụ. Ọgwụ na-eme ihe ga-egbu just ga nọrọ one place. But ịhụra na onye pụta ya gbanye na social media na-akọ ọpụta parigide ọra beze yeshi ọra beze ye fere na Simon yeshi na Simon ye fere na Nnamdi Kanu a whole of Hamadike, and they are doing this and there is no consequences. Ndị ga-checkmate ha a compromise ya. Kekwana ihe ọzọ achọziri ka eme ha chọrọ ka elite squad pụta iro. It will not work. Because they are not designed to put iro now. Yeah, na-anọgodi na 45 ka ha dị solid, but ihe ha chọrọ recognition because what nga na-eche recognition, my brother. Ihe na-adameji more and more. Ịhụra ndị mmadụ ga-apụta openly. Gị hụ ebe a na-eme indoctrinate our sons and daughters ụmụaka as Muslims. There in Constitution of Biafra, there is no provision for Islam. When honor here, anything about Islam than Biafra land. Anybody, I would religious country, but in this name is Islam. Any provision in our constitution.
And
Biafra, Google saga, we can never stop you. Aga no kata na Biafra land that onye cover you cover chihunini na anya ka ga na. It will not work. It will not work. So, but it's only we just believe. Look at this madman, he Kenga. Look at him. I be this boy. We all our boy. We all know him. When I heard the way they are running today with a project Jovika. This is his project. All these guys sponsoring all of them.
very soon.
Yeah, it's sponsoring all of them. That is all the
Can you defend the again from Oyageta?
Amam.
Got me even or is Saho Quas,
na gwa m ihe ga-amụta n'aka ya. I don't know. But ihe ọ na-eme because there is no consequences. Oche South Africa gbafee Mozambique. You know, because sorry, Botswana me. So, so but you see,
Oluchinwa God, Osi Mozambique, Buffet South Africa, South Africa, Buffet Bono now. And I
you know, near painting United States of Biafra in a bad light when we
it's not from South Africa,
Osi Mozambique, Buffet South Africa, South Africa, Buffet
my brother, I should meet him now, but I call not Botswana, I think so.
Okay, Botswana, okay, yeah.
Eba Gogas a hide, yeah. Never na coeri.
Now,
one never do. I don't have.
I will not lie to you.
I am telling you. I am not the care. All the care in your mind, when I'm not watch that guy, I can any name na more. You're not to watch because na kai ahụhụ ọchịkam na-achị ma nna watch the guy ma boast n'ihe ma ihe ọ ga-eme ma otu o si egbu ọha ma nna I just dey laugh ama m mgbe ọ kpọrọ ike oge ma ọwụ deriko ma ọwụ whatever oge aso ozuru oshi this and that nọ nwanne go mege now amaghị m the meaning amaghị m anadị m ahụ ya as anything but the only anger m nwere wo otu ọ ga-esi mechi ihe ị na-awụ ọkụ free n'ala Igbo nke a oke na-agbaka m bread but you see ọ nwere ofu onye nwoke ọwụ onye ọcha ọ sị m it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Oh, you know, so you see, yeah, they are being emboldened because there is no consequences. No consequences. Nneka, legono nneka, ile ye.
Speaking of consequences,
yes, I know. But I know. Are you telling me? Did I not? Today. Chief of staff, yeah. Chief of defense staff, yeah. Success rubbish because who never delivers for nothing. Oh yeah, chief of defense staff, yeah. So that is to show you because of massacre, any consequences. So, like I said, they are being emboldened. They are being emboldened. My first. He will know who I work with him. You know, over the last time he called me because I worked with him for years through Obadobia. Yeah, so of course, I'm the United States of Biafra. So
of recent.
Me like a month or 2 months ago, I would apply for more on my voice. So he decided to give me a ring. Sim Dr. Ngozo Rabeze is calling him next. No, one. I just said, look, this is where I belong, and I know together for years. Work together with him, and we did well. I'm in a good working relationship. But now he just occupying the system. So he gave me expect so we need to talk or something, but so I'm supporting that is a criminal, this and that. So look, one, the right thing. Already it's something that the government he gave me. give way back from the government. So I have to, he called me, I called him, we spoke, and I told him, look, this is where I belong. Ndị Igbo say, onye nọ n'ụwa biko ya machi so nwa brala ya ọnwa be adịka ụwa agwụgo. So those things ma ebe a ka nọ before gị nọkata it would opposite to what the government is doing. That there will be no secondary declaration. You were part of it. Mana this you are everything. But I'm the bind that at that high level of knowledge, this my boss, my own Hogan cross up his boss. I regard the I'm going to make very high regard for water. Yeah.
If I can give us again, I could not boss ya.
Yeah?
It's not wagging and I can get a boss ya.
Mbambasenge, no, my boss, I auto encourage myself to be a boss ya.
Okay.
So, but the thing though, I'm with a bigger boss now in Dr. Aveze. So if you are not there, you are not there. So we cannot join you again because then when I say you got who's going to pure here.
Oh yeah.
They possible, not only even when you are involved in fully. So I knew when he had me, you don't know to shaga. So
yeah,
all the same, my brother, we just have to keep up, but I want to be a bit. Because if you recall, Obatobe said something. After the declaration, I gave Bido internally draconono. Internal. And how would this internally draconon all like only in it at this picture? Nako here nako. You see, I want to get a buo. You can so boom with choy and do my lion, double lion them. A job for whom all those a job for contrast and then this and neck and now. So all those their game. How not bad. I'm gonna can't go again. Can't conclude the good enough. Every one of our guy gra bongo.
Okay.
How gra bongo? Ever gra on never not be she. A job for there. Beam and pedicure. Home and a screenshot send that up. So no, I'm just telling you, these people they are just nothing. So because there is no consequences. So imagine like the thing, that'd be very funny. So but I wouldn't know where my tummy when it's a hair. Oh, you know, I'm a joke. Very funny. See, Abuja, you see these stupid guys. How within the circle because more and Abuja within that circle. So but there is no consequences. So they continue to do what they're doing. Oh, but we know that one day or going forward, some of them will get to pay price for this madness because on a pain about other people. I'm not a pain again. Ihe ndị a na-eme nwanne o kwesịghị ndị ekwesịghị ime nwa grassroots is appalling na ma English m ga-use because all the heartbreaking na ilecha ndị azọga ndụ ha ndị Igbo ndị gboo ka according to them ndị Hausa self na support ihe emeghezi ọzikwa naanị ndị ba buruzile ya asọ ọrụ ha wurele ya asụ job na maazị nsogbu anọ so ya mmawo Biafra will declare there will be no other declaration and the document to back it up and USB is pushing everywhere to make sure we have recognition, which might come anytime, even when we don't expect. So thank you so much. Here at 12 o'clock, I gave the school run. So Tao is about meeting. Even all Dr. Rabez and I to talk to our various meetings. She wants to talk to everybody. I've spoken to my own meeting that they are ready. So I will take the invitation, we pass it to them. So time Dr. Rebeza will talk to them because a lot of them they're eager to hear from her.
Yeah.
You know, so and we're all working hard to make sure different groups, meetings in Ireland get an opportunity to talk with her on Zoom and ask her any question they have. So
that's so bad, sir. Thank you so much.
That's how we chukwu ọkpụkpụ.
We are happy to have you today. Not the one.
Mama. Activity, but career.
I understand. Thank you so much.
Plus work.
Thank you.
So,
thank you, sir.
I swear with you, bro.
Amen.
My regards to everybody.
Take care.
Yeah, bro.
Right. Ocean Master.
Let's hear from you. Ndewo Maazị Kai. Oluchimagoro, ndewo rinne. Obro believer. Brother. Thank you because now okay was the question when all man would do it. See one follow me on one isi punk. And in reality one isi pen I poke all even ojekuzi me punk yama. Metakuzi tema die. Owe the mana udene nekatalo onwe nekata nechasi anya wee sekiam jedozi onwe dị mma eba wụchaba no onwe ya arụ wụchasi ya tepụta jụọ ụmụ ya ka ya dị kịta nakwa ya achapụgo ụmụ ya wee si ya n'ọkịta ka nke njọ pụtara ife so ọ bụrụ na nwaanyị jeje mee ka ya pụta ka ọ dị ka ihe na kịta ka nke nju ya pụta mbụ nwaanyị kpọrọ onwe nwaanyị si punk. You see, that woman tells a lot of lies. Biafrans, let us take note. This woman called Lolo Neka, she's a great liar. She's one of the great, in fact, devil na. This is a woman, by yesterday, day before yesterday, she was busy on social media, castigating Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, talking down on Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, talking down on the family of Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, na-akpọ ha ndị ori, na-asị na Maazị Nnamdi Kanu na ọ bụ na ọ pụtara kwuo nke ọzọ na gịnị ya eme na-enye Maazị Nnamdi Kanu $8 million, as if na Maazị Nnamdi Kanu bụ ihe ọ debe na biya na-akpọ ya die mbụ nwaanyị isi pineapple. Now she came out to lie. Anyway, just like what Maazị Oluchimagoro said, because these people have been doing these things without any question or query concerning their misfiring, then somehow it emboldened them. And I want to say this, even if something, man, this woman is going gallivanting everywhere, even if we, from her attitude, we observe and then believe or know that there's something that is beating her drum. Kaliobi with the name, your name. And she won't come out boldly and deny it. She won't swear an oath and deny that Nemero na hiyo neme no nwere akagwaria. If not, somehow, just like Mazika always said, we are not calling for, nobody calls for violent or for Ibu Made, but in some occasions, no. If this this woman need to at least sometime, the deep. Why are you doing what you're doing? What is really wrong that you look at Mazen Nnamdi Kanu today, calling him names and behaving in that manner? What is really wrong with you telling lies about Mazen Simon Ekpa? You never know, you never met, you never had anything to do with him. Jusanya fumo ajudi anga so that obuna olu na bia or let ndi bia nwezi ike chikwaba so that sieba advice and dozo nyama no we kwala no advice and dozo ni yo na ekwu no tro mma because she knows too well that what she's doing is not good. Because I found it so bad that no Igbo, just like she called herself Igbo, allow one way and they use it as an instrument like this. Then coming at how Nkepolonwe Yambaba, what he did, invited somebody that have castigated Igbo in many ways, in many forms. Somebody who how he behaved there. If was special. Yambaba, the only person that does it. Even the Ndona Law have never bring him like that. And then of Anambra State. People have not, at least, even from your own, nobody have called you, or people have not called you to ask you, why are you doing this? Why will you do this to Ndibo? So you nemezebo onye obuna pata land Igbo kwa n'isi una ebuni onye a enu onye pata na egbusi ndị Igbo na ebuni ya enu. Anyway, I wouldn't talk much about these people, but what these people are doing is very bad, very, very bad to hear. All
the more than bad, my brother.
Yeah, it's very, very bad. But what can we do? At least this time, no. People will begin to, if for these people you ask them one or two questions, talk to them on a good sense, ask them deep questions. If you meet around the corner, then talk to them, advise them, so that they will, by their mouth, confess what they're supposed to do. They will, by their mouth, tell others that they have done wrong, that they didn't do it intentionally, or this is what propelled them to do that. Because I'm only Kuku Biafra, in Afghan the bike, I made this kind of nonsense. My brother Mazika, I will leave it as at that because just like I said, I'm gonna argue me, gotta go. So,
thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much for this.
I don't want to tired, sir. I'm going to
Chineke continue na-agọzikwa ndị ọzọ niile, all the people na-apụta nnọọ n'akọ n'ubi a very well without being paid, without any benefit or without this, but you keep doing what you're doing, spending your resources on your string yard, doing other things. May God continue to replenish to all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. God bless you, Ocean Master, and see you tomorrow. Evangelist Louis, God bless you. Thank you for your time. All that you are God. God bless you, sir. Thank you for your time, and you get a son. God bless you and take care of yourself. God bless you all of you in the comment section. I really appreciate your time and your support. We're gonna wind down now. I need to rest. This is getting to 4 hours. I actually spend almost 3 hours talking, then have the other 1 hour, almost 1 hour now, just to hear from my people. And I think I need to rest now. God bless you all. See you tomorrow. Good night to you all. Bye-bye for now.